everybody. Recording live from somewhere.
Hello, everybody. Recording live from somewhere. Totem Pole Nation, Totem Pole Sports. We got the Panthers and the Patriots. Howard Schotzky, NFL Game Day, the NFL Network. Coach Bald, are you pumped up to see Bryce Young and Drake May, the Panthers and the Patriots quarterbacks?
The future is now for these two struggling organizations. I mean, struggling. You obviously had the team that had the number one pick 2 years ago, Bryce Young. Probably not going to see him tonight, but he will need to be on team's fantasy radar. You're talking about a guy that's going to be down a lot. He's going to be throwing the rock. Drake May, man, I tell you what, it is hard to replace a legend, okay?
Omari, this is for you. Thank you, Amari Thomas.
Hey, Kyle,
Coach Bald.
Don't be surprised if we see Bryce Young for like one series, because they like to get the first team guys a couple snaps just to get them, so a lot of times they'll put them in for just one series because they ain't taking that chance of that dude going down, because there goes the season. But I got
Elizabeth. This is for you, Elizabeth. Welcome back.
Elizabeth is in the house.
Amari said, thanks, Stargrove. Good evening, Totem Pole Nation. Where is our resident Patriots fan, Lambo? Lambo thinks he can fire Howard Schotzky. He fired shots at Howard Schotzky, and I think Howard Schotzky is going to fire back.
Wait a minute. Before you said you weren't sure he was referring to me, now you're just putting it all on me.
Hey, I think it's on and popping when he gets on here. I think he's going to get cussed out. Now,
and by the way, I got to tell you guys, I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself.
It's all good, brother.
It wasn't
good. Dude, preseason NFL is finally here. Amari Thomas, I just got my college football player to 99. That is awesome. Liam plays games. Is there any cussing today? Well,
dude, you don't even know what that means. What does he mean when he said he just got his favorite football player to 99?
I think he's talking about the NCAA video game.
Oh, no, he's not. Can I tell you what he's talking about?
Yeah, tell me.
Trading cards, because they're numbered. And he probably pulled one of his favorite player, and it's numbered to 99, I guess.
Wow. That's amazing. Liam plays games. Is there any cussing today? That depends on if Bobby Nizzo, a.k.a. in the Granite 617, a.k.a. quadruple stab wounds, shows up.
We can't have that. We got to stop that.
Elizabeth Lambo is so crazy. Laugh out loud. Amari, no hate, but I think the New England Patriots made a bad pick going for that boy, Drake May, from North Carolina. Howard Schotzky, do you think that Drake May was a bad pick in the NFL draft for the New England Patriots?
I mean, like I say, I always like to give somebody a chance. Have a couple throws before I judge it, but in his college games, nothing really stood out to me. But, I don't know what they're going to do at quarterback. They got problems, man.
Coach Bald.
Oh, we are.
You know what time it is. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. It is game day. The New England Patriots versus the Carolina Panthers, EA Sports, Electronic Arts, Madden NFL 25 comes out August 16th. My Patriots are looking to destiny. We're going to do something special, and we're not going to pick in the top 5. Go ahead and continue the conversation. But New England Patriots all day. It's a new era in New England. Totem Pole Nation, we are here.
Amari Thomas. They could have got a better quarterback than New England Patriots. Sportsbook Lab says USA, USA, USA. Amari Thomas said, I got the pre-order. Coach Bald, you have a 90% winning percentage in NFL fantasy football. We love the NFL. We love the New England Patriots. We love the Carolina Panthers. Bryce Young, Drake May, 2 of the future stars in the NFL, supposedly. Stargrove, Lambeau, the New England Patriots are in the hizzy. Coach Ball. Yes. Howard Shotsky.
None of this we stuff. I very much dislike the New England Patriots.
That's great. I'm glad you dislike them because I can care less.
I'm from freaking New Jersey. It's inbred.
Well, I mean, congratulations. 2 little Super Bowls y'all got against us in 2007 and 2011, but you ain't done shit since then. So it's okay. Daniel Jones, that bum-ass quarterback. It's okay. Go ahead and celebrate the Eli. Eli Manning wouldn't be a Hall of Famer if it wasn't for those Super Bowls. He wouldn't be in the Hall of Fame.
I will agree with you. Daniel Jones is terrible. They should have even gave him $60 million. But I'm not the general manager.
Not at
you
all.
You should be the general.
Yes, Amari. I want to know your football team. Show me
what the Terminator.
What's up, Totem Pole Nation?
Yes, this is for you.
The man from Seoul will be on momentarily. He had to make a store run.
Good. Coach Bald, fantasy football, NFL. We got the Carolina Panthers playing the New England Patriots tonight. Who are the players that Totem Pole Nation needs to be aware of when they're selecting their NFL fantasy 2024 teams? Brandon Toms, the Carolina Panthers fan, said, I'll be on here shortly, fellas, to put Lambeau in his place.
Oh, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. I want to see results. Look, the preseason is all about the development of the players. Wins or losses do count, but I'm all about development of the team. I know there's less preseason games and there's more regular season games. Nina wants to know, what are you eating? I want to see the development.
My girlfriend wants to know, what are you eating?
Hey, I got to agree with Lambeau because
I got to disagree with Lambeau there, Howard. Preseason is a job interview. That's all preseason is.
Well, there are certain coaches that care about winning preseason games and certain coaches that could care less.
Hold on. I didn't say they didn't care about preseason. I'm just saying it's a development type thing. I didn't say they didn't care about winning. I'm talking about for me, I don't care.
He said
for me, I don't care.
Trust me, a lot of them don't care about winning these games. It's all about what you said, player development, Lambeau.
Yeah. I was talking about for me. Them, other people, I can't speak for other people. Unless it's like John Harbaugh, who the Ravens, I don't think have lost a preseason game in 3 years, if I'm correct. Hey, they always win their preseason games.
Right.
If you're going to play some action in the preseason, I highly advise you to consider the Baltimore Ravens because Lambeau, they are phenomenal in preseason. What do you think about that, Terminator? Have you noticed that?
Oh, yes, sir. Absolutely. Yeah. They get after it, it seems like from day one.
I'll look at it like this, too.
Got degenerate gamblers, okay? We look for Olympic guys fighting against women, and we take the edge with the men. That's how terrible we are with our gambling addiction. We are betting preseason. We're going all in on the Baltimore Ravens. But as you asked me tonight, you ask about players in the fantasy world. I think when you got a young quarterback, man, you got to look at the tight end. And the Patriots, they got a stud there in a big-time stud there. He's been there for quite some time. And I think he's going to be Drake May's main weapon. I think they got Kendrick Bourne there, too. He's a dynamic player.
Yes, sir.
To see how they get their playmakers the ball. Who even plays tonight? I don't believe Bryce Young is going to take some snaps.
No, they said Jack Plummer, Coach Ball.
We got a lot of comments.
Shoot him out.
Sportsbook Lab said Kyron Williams will be the best fantasy back this season. Brandon Tom said Drake May is awful. The New England Patriots. What's up, Totem Pole Reed? I got a lot of comments to read. Brandon Tom said Drake May is awful. Sportsbook Lab said they lost to the Commanders last year on Monday Night Football. Chance Fawcett said, "What's up, guys?" Jamie said, "Don't underestimate the Seattle Seahawks." Omari Thomas said, "Quarterback Lamar Jackson, running back King Henry, wide receiver 1 Zay Flowers, wide receiver 2 Tyreek Hill, wide receiver 3 Worthy, O-line Ravens, D-line Bills." Amari Thomas said, and tight end is Kyle Pitts. What's up, Gator?
You're not going to see a lot of those guys tonight, but I got a question for Coach Ball. Did I really just hear you say you did go you hit this preseason game?
Did I hit the preseason game?
You played it?
Oh no, absolutely not. I do not bet any preseason.
I'm with you, Coach Ball. No preseason. Zero.
I'm right there with you. I'm not. If the only thing I'm willing to do in the preseason is in the very beginning, I like the unders because they don't have their stuff together.
Yeah. The defense is a step faster than the offense.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want these young quarterbacks getting out there with bad offensive linemen around. You know what I mean? That has a lot to do with it too. So we're going to see tonight. You know, we do have two teams that are on the lower end, trying to trend up. Talking about trending up, let's talk about New England and Lambeau. What's going on? What's the word on Jalen Polk? Let's talk about that explosive playmaker they got.
Jalen Polk, I think he was out of UCF, if I'm correct. UCF played under Gus Malzahn, EA Sports, Electronic Arts, College Football 25. Look, I hadn't seen anything yet, but I want to see them develop. Like I said, develop on the field. I think he'll be great. I'm not going to sit up here and say he's going to be the next best thing. I got to see it in the regular season. I know we got a tough schedule. Starting off with the Bengals, and then we got the 49ers week 4, the Jets week 3. But look, the younger the core, the better. I like what Gerard Mayo is doing. He's not trying to be Belichick. He's trying to be himself. The players, they like the energy of what he's doing. But like everybody says, we might not have the best talented roster. We may not have the best talented quarterback and whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm breaking news. You heard it first. Jacoby Brissett will be the starter. It will not be Drake May. We are not stupid enough to throw Drake May under the fire just yet. Drake May is QB2. Jacoby Brissett is QB1 going into Cincinnati. That is what's going to happen. Don't care if y'all shake y'all heads and do whatever. I'm telling you the truth, and the truth will set you free.
Sportsbook Lab said Steelers, Chiefs, Commanders, Titans, Ravens are the best preseason moneyline teams. Elizabeth said, my Ravens play the Falcons tomorrow. DeAndre Shaw said, let's go San Francisco 49ers. Omari Thomas says, New England Patriots Drake May going to go down 5 times and throw 9 picks. DeAndre Shaw said, 49ers
I'll
Empire Cali.
I will take the under on that 9 interceptions tonight. If anybody wants to offer that bet to me, let me know.
Oh, Lord.
I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan. We're going to win versus the Atlanta Falcons tomorrow. DeAndre Shaw said, nice. Totem Pole Reader, you still on there?
No, he dropped out.
Yeah, Amari, I like that squad that you.
I'm here. I got an important text message.
Guys,
I'll text.
Okay, good.
I'll be right back.
Okay, great. What you saying, Coach Bald?
I was just saying, Amari showed his team that he drafted. That's your top tier players. I mean, Tyreek Hill is definitely your number one pick there. Lamar's going to score a lot of points. I love that rushing that the Ravens are going to have. Somehow he has the Ravens offensive line. So I like that, man. I can see the Ravens snapping whatever the NFL rushing record is. I think it's going to bring a lot of toughness.
I need that beer.
Fullbacks out there,
Coach Paul, given that you are the resident fantasy football expert,
Who is this?
I about a certain player.
Who?
Tyreek Hill. You're
I'll be here in a minute.
Where would you take Christian McCaffrey?
Christian McCaffrey for one, without a doubt. Hands down, your number one pick. If he's there and you got the second or third or fourth or fifth pick, you're picking Christian McCaffrey.
Got to take McCaffrey, right?
That's right. Yep.
Who's your second pick?
You know what? I mean, as far as receiver, it probably would be Tyreek Hill. You know, Tyreek Hill is my top tier receiver. Running backs I like a lot. I like Breece Hall, man. I think he's going to have a big year. The guy in Atlanta, he's bouncing back. I think he's going to have a good year as well. Somebody I think is going to kind of be a sleeper is Nick Chubb. You know, Nick Chubb's coming off an injury. I don't think people are going to be high on him. Cleveland Browns are going to with him, and he's going to show that he's durable and he bounced back with no hiccup, man. There's no guys that work out like a guy like Nick Chubb from the University of Georgia, man. I think he's going to be to watch. Yeah, I'm excited about it, man. I'm excited to see what the Giants do at running back. I know they got Singletary. He's a smaller running back, but, you come in there with a chip on your shoulder. A lot of people are going to be looking at the former Giant, now with the Philadelphia Eagles, man. Barkley. Is it Barkley's season? Josh Jacobs, man. He has a lot to do there in Green Bay, That's a big deal. The Green Bay Packers, going out and spending some money for once, instead of just inheriting their players or re-signing their players. They went out, spent a lot of money, brought in arguably the best running back in the AFC West. You know what I mean? He was the man there with the Raiders, and it's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out. Terminator, who are you excited to watch in this preseason action, and who is your favorite team, sir?
I'm the Raiders, baby. And I'm just excited to watch football, period, Coach Ball. It's like, it seems like you're when the Super Bowl ends, you're like, Paul and I sit and go, damn, we got 6 months and now we're here. I was just like, you count down, you're like, man, come on, football, get here. This is what we all grew up playing, all grew up doing. I'm excited. But I'm anxious to see what my Raiders do because, like I said, we got Minshew. Got a good D. I'm curious. I just don't know the direction they're going. You know what I'm saying? Paul and I were talking about it last night. Now I kind of agree with them, but I just don't know what direction we're going. So we'll see. And hopefully we'll get out there. Hopefully we're planning a trip to go out there. We're going to do it from there. We're going to go to see Vegas and Carolina play in Vegas.
Wow.
September 20 something, I think it is. 22nd, I think it is. Yeah. So that's on the plate for Paul, I, and one of our good friends. We're going to go out to Vegas. We'll do live from the Vegas sports book. He's a regular.
The bucket there. Let's
Vegas.
go.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yeah. Vegas.
Oh yeah. The only place to live, baby.
Coach Taylor, what about you being in Vegas? You ever been to Vegas?
He would get arrested. If he go to Vegas, Coach Taylor will be arrested.
I might feel at home.
In Vegas.
I might feel at home.
I almost.
Wow.
I
Why
almost
would you say that, Coach Taylor?
Because it's mafioso, man.
I almost missed a plane flight in Vegas because I was having a good run at the blackjack table, and the guy I worked with is dragging me by the shirt, and I go, I can't leave. I'm winning.
Hey, Total Pole Reed, you have a question.
Yeah.
What's your question?
I know Coach Troy's cousin just got back from Vegas.
My cousin?
Your second cousin, the guy from the shows.
Yeah, the guy almost beat up a couple weeks ago. Where did he go to?
Got her, Mike, whatever the guy.
Yeah, Michael Christopher. What did he go to Vegas for?
Vacation.
He went to Vegas with your $40. He charged you for that table, or did he give it you? Did he make you pay 50 or 60?
Last weekend it was 40, but everyone else was paying like 80, 85 tables. So I think he cut me a deal.
Yeah, he
Because I came
better.
halfway through that and like other things. So yeah.
Yes.
Did you get any pops sold?
A few sold a $40 soda at the pot that actually that Coach Troy got from me from Chesterfield Mall from Boston. Sold that for 40. That basically paid for my table and everything else I made I spent. So I broke even.
No, you didn't break even. You made 100% profit on that one.
I broke even for the sale.
Yeah. Laugh out loud. Philly can't even run an NFL offense. Oh, hey, Lambo, if I get a PS5 on only, play me on college football if you want. Adam Hester said Sportsbook sounds like a Cowboy fan. Wow, the Dallas Cowboys? Gator said, Coach Bald, what do you think about our fellow Tampa Bay Buccaneers first game versus the Bengals in Cincinnati?
I'm taking the Bucs.
Nobody gets hurt. That's it. I hope nobody gets hurt. Bucs are they're going to be the team to beat here in the South, and dark horse to maybe even win the whole NFC. That's my Got to put it out. Got to put it out there now. Got to put it out. Totem Pole Reed. I don't know if you see that, but that is a Hulk Hogan Funko Pop, and it's listed number 4.
I think it's a Pop Slam cover.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, brother. Yeah, brother.
Let me tell you something,
I'm a fan of
Reed. Yes, sir. So, yeah, I'm excited about the Bucs. They play Cincinnati. Joey Burrow, Jamar Chase. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting.
One injury away from never playing again. That comes from Coach Taylor.
Jamie said
Joe Burrow,
the Atlanta Falcons
never playing again.
will win the South.
Yeah, him and Tua.
Adam Hester said, Sportsbook, who's your team? Whoever's winning. Well, it's definitely not the New England Patriots. Rebecca Littrell. Hi. Rebecca, this is for you. I'm glad your mom will still allow you to watch us, even with Bobby Nizzo coming on. D-Life, these guys owe you an apology because they did not put respect on Steph Curry's name. Steph Curry is better than LeBron James. P5 online, plus I already got a P5. Gator, let's go. Gator, this is for you.
Gator is in the house.
Well, some of us had total confidence in the U.S. of A. And live bet them when they were down 9. So I got the United States at plus money.
Plus who?
Plus money.
Wow.
Because I bet them straight up to win when they were down 9.
Yeah.
So you gonna bet that against France on Saturday?
No, I'm not quite that confident.
Adam Hester said Zaven Collins will ball out for the Cards, the Phoenix Cardinals this year. D-Life said Steph Curry should always shoot over La Bum. Sportsbook Lab said I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, but I've been bitter towards Mike Tomlin since he forced the GOAT Roethlisberger into retirement. D-Life,
he's not the GOAT.
I thought it was over.
True.
Amari Thomas said, I want the NFL script to let the Ravens take a bowl home, man. Rebecca Littrell, I have heard worse, so it's fine. Thank you, Rebecca Littrell. Omar Thomas, and may the New England Patriots, Drake May, have the record for the most interceptions. NFL, Terminator, Are you excited about this NFL 2024 season and for the Carolina Panthers and the New England Patriots game tonight on Totem Pole Nation?
You better
Today's
believe it.
football
I
football.
want to see what this Drake May's about because 2 years Carolina, I don't know. And Lambeau's so big on the Patriots and this, that, and the other. I just want to see what they got. Show me something, Bama. Show me.
We're gonna show you some, but we
Okay.
Wow.
We're gonna show
We're
you
gonna
some.
see.
Gator
gonna
says
see.
I'm
chomp,
excited.
chomp.
I'm excited. Today's game, EA Sports Electronic Arts Madden NFL 25, Carolina Panthers versus New England Patriots, sponsored by the 1800 Tequila.
What do you got?
Sponsored
Nipple
by
on
the
that thing?
1800. Huh?
Lambeau, get a quarterback. Adam Hester said Lambeau, get a quarterback. So you're saying that the New England Patriots quarterback is not any good, Adam Hester. They have Mitch Trubisky and Sam Howell wrapped into one person, and he's called the UNC Tar Heels Drake May. Sportsbook Lab,
We'll find
LeBron
out.
had a
See your
triple-double
predictions
today.
tonight.
What's with these generational haters? Ooh.
Michael Jordan is the
LeBron
greatest
James
player ever.
had a
Michael Jordan is
triple-double
the greatest
today.
player ever.
Hey,
And
Adam
Sportsbook
Hester
Lab,
said all
did you
correct.
watch the game? Sportsbook Lab, did you watch the game? Because Paul and I watched that game.
If-
Yeah, okay. It's not
if-
generational hating. It's just, he's not the guy.
If it wasn't for Steph,
Michael Jordan is the guy.
we
Jeffrey
we
Jordan.
lose.
Yeah, tell him, Howard. If it wasn't for Steph, as they call him, Chef
would
Curry,
have
it wasn't for
They
him.
would have
We're playing for bronze.
Oh, and let me tell you something. I was sweating at the end, but when they fouled Curry, how stupid is it to foul him?
Yes, that's
You
what
know
I
what's
said.
funny?
And I don't even know much about basketball, but I know that dude can shoot the lights out of the building. So why would you put him on the line?
Do you know what's funny though? They were up. USA was up 3, and Serbia didn't even foul. Serbia let 30 seconds run off that clock.
Yes,
They let 30 seconds run off that clock,
which was
Why?
also.
And you got no timeouts, 0
Do you have-
timeouts. Let the clock run
what-
down.
Do you have any idea, Lambeau, what Curry shoots from the foul line?
High 80s, high 90s.
Yeah, I would have fouled somebody without the ball.
We got a lot of
but they
comments.
didn't do that. They didn't foul at all.
Adam Hester, MJ all day. The DYR, I'm 19, and my go-to is Michael Jeffrey Jordan of the Chicago Bulls. Amari Thomas, the New England Patriots, Drake May is trash. We'll throw 90 picks. Sportsbook Lab, you hate LeBron because he is compared to Jordan.
What?
Well, again,
Thanos Solus, all of Team USA. Jamie, worst team in the NFL, gentlemen, the Washington Commanders. The DYR, I'm 19, but Jordan is my GOAT. Amen. And Totem Pole
The
Reed has a
worst
question.
team in the NFL is the Jaguars. I thought I heard.
Yes, might be. Is anyone going to the Baltimore Orioles game?
No.
Howard Shotsky, who is Bob Papa?
Bob Papa.
I need help getting a giveaway at that
He's
game on 9/9/2024.
Bob Papa's an announcer.
So somehow I have the New York Football Giants and the Detroit Lions game live on my TV. Maybe those guys will drop the gloves and get into a fight like they've been doing all week. I like that coming out of Giants camp. They need to bring some fight because they haven't had a lot of fights since. Who you guys were mentioning earlier, the 2-time Super Bowl champion, Eli.
What channel is that on?
Hey, I got 2 NFL networks where I'm at. Maybe that's just a Florida thing, guys.
It's a Florida thing, baby. It's a
Yeah,
Florida
because they said earlier, Coach Ball, that it was going to be a regional game. So that's wild that you got it in
Coach
Florida.
Troy, the hat you gave me on last weekend at the field, is that a clean hat?
A what?
But that's the great thing about being
The hat, the
Any
Turbo Nation hat you gave me, is that a
Friday.
clean hat or is that a used hat?
Huh?
The hat he gave me, the totem pole hat.
He
That's
wants
a new hat.
He
It's a
wants
new
to
hat.
He wants
Okay.
to use merch.
Okay, cool. Just making sure I didn't have dandruff or anything in it.
Well, you never know with me. It might have lice. Gator, definitely not a generational thing. It's fact. Amari Thomas, I'm sorry. And I'm glad Howard Shotsky got a laugh out of that. Is that new? Knowing me, probably not. The Amari, I'm sorry, Lambo, but you need to see Drake May in college, man.
I know. I
He
watch
sucks.
college football more than anybody in America. I see
Gator,
it.
there's no
I
comparison.
didn't think we
Adam
should have drafted.
Hester. We talking about practice. DYR. This era is boring and softest era. Ha ha ha. More flop, nothing physical. Fight anymore. Ha ha ha. Amari Thomas. Sorry to say, Lambo. Drake May at UNC college plays and highlights are filled with picks.
I
Gator,
wanted JJ McCarthy.
a Florida thing.
I wanted JJ McCarthy.
So you would have took JJ.
I've been saying that like since January. I said I want JJ.
You guys talk about college.
I've been saying that.
NFL.
You got the better money.
Bo Nix, baby.
Bo Nix, out of the University of Auburn, out of the University of Oregon, EA Sports Electronic Arts College Football 25, Bo Nix. Bo Nix, do you think Bo Nix was the starting job? It's between him, Jared Stidham, and Zach Wilson.
Without a doubt.
I like Bo Nix.
Well, they got him third on depth chart right now, so we'll see.
Ball State game in late September.
I'll be honest with you. In my opinion, and I'll get to your question, but I think it's best for young quarterbacks to sit for a while. So
yeah,
I got no problem if a rookie quarterback doesn't start right away.
Yeah. And then what was your prediction?
Well, you broke my heart talking about Saquon Barkley going to the Eagles. I tried very hard to forget that happened. Since I'm like Lambo, and I have honestly, it pains me to say this as a Giant fan, but I have no confidence in the quarterback.
Wow.
Hard Knocks, HBO Hard Knocks. Joe Sheen gonna try to sit there and act like he didn't know. He gonna sit there and act like he didn't know. Talking about he walked to the Eagles. He let the man walk.
$60 million for Daniel Jones.
Hey, it's what the man from Soul said. It's what the market is. We know he ain't worth $60 million, but the market's gonna be the market.
I understand.
The market gonna be the market.
I'd much rather, honestly, I would have preferred it they start over. Take someone high in the draft, get rid of him. Don't waste our cap money on Daniel Jones like that.
We got some comments. Adam Hester says Big 12 champions predictions. Omari Thomas says they need to trade picks and not get Drake interceptions. Sportsbook Lab says Sam Hartman is going to be the MVP of preseason. Omari Thomas said Jaden Daniels of the Commanders is the GOAT. Gator says no Knicks. Bo Nix is the best option here. Adams Hester says Patty Mahomes didn't sit. Yes, he did sit. Gator says Bo. Infield Insight says like the stream. Rebecca says I am going to my dad's house. Be safe. Gator says I agree. Definitely market pricing. The game has started now, and the Patriots on defense, the Carolina Panthers on offense. Coach Ball, did you get kicked off yet for the Bills and Giants?
Set up to kick off. Yeah, I'm looking at the same thing.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at an empty stadium.
Well, Adam Esther, really quick. You asked the Big 12. I'm going USF Bulls, man. I live down here. They've done really good recruiting. They got a former Clemson, former Tennessee coach, I believe. They're gonna light it up in that conference. But yeah, back to NFL.
USF went in the Big 12?
Yes, sir.
What about Utah? Is Utah in the Big 12?
Oh. No. Utah is not in the Big 12, I don't believe.
Where's Coach Troy?
He went somewhere.
I'm AAC. You're right. Big 12.
Adam Hester says that Philly owns the division. Amari says only in college, though. Amari says, but Michael Penix Jr. is the next Vic, but not with that dog thing. Anthony FSU says Utah's in the Big 12. They're the number one team scheduled to win. I know you ain't taking UCF.
I can't wait to watch the Jamie Ball State game in late September.
September, what date?
I think it's the 28th. They're playing at JMU. My sister went to JMU, and my late father went to Ball State back in the day.
EA Sports, Electronic Arts, College Football 25, JMU Dukes, and Ball State. Hope you have fun, Totem Pole Reed. When you go there, tell us all about it.
I'll either be watching on TV, or if I'm there, I'll be working it.
Whatever.
So I might be able to see a little bit, but not depends on what they have me posted. I'm working. They'll probably have me at the ticket gate. So
good sack. Good sack.
Well, good, man. Defense looking good. Big 12. Okay, I've reassessed my pick. UCF, University of Central Florida. They got a big quarterback coming back. Herb Hand is the offensive line coach for the mighty Central Florida. They're going to be the team to beat in that conference. Yeah, a lot of new players in that. A lot of new players in that conference. Like you said, you got Utah. You got Oklahoma State. You got Oklahoma and Texas now SEC, man. I can't wait to talk some college football. But, yeah, big sack right there. Defense coming out looking good. Speaking of the defense, man, I know you're getting excited because y'all get that Christian Gonzalez back. Talk to him.
Yeah.
What a play
hey.
going to be. And
hey. Christian Gonzalez coming back. I know he came back from an injury. If you watched that week 2 game, he was putting a little bit of clamps on Tyreek Hill.
Yes.
Like, ain't nobody was talking about that. But look, Christian Gonzalez, a very young corner, underrated guy. But look, at the end of the day, he has to progress. And hopefully we can see that in the start of the season. Jacoby Brissett right now is on the field. We'll see what he could do in the preseason. He already has experience in this New England offense back in 2016. But we'll see if he can take charge. Infield Insight says, let's go Gerard Mayo. He will win more Super Bowls than Bill Belichick. Hold on. I don't think he will. Utah is in the Pacific 12. Adam Chester says Colorado versus Kansas State is going to be fired. Brandon Tom says, why the fuck is Bryce Young not playing? Gator says University Central Florida is loaded with talent.
Maybe Bryce Young is playing. Who knows? He is so short. Can you even see him out there on the field? He looks like a Funko Pop out there. He's so tiny.
Well, Jake Plummer just got sacked on that 3rd down. He just got sacked.
For those not as fortunate as Coach Bald, I will see
what
you guys.
What type of Funko Pop? A Betty Pop or regular Funko Pop?
Hey, you overthrow the crossing route.
I got to watch the game on my phone, so.
That is definitely a running back you guys want to be looking for. Stevenson, this is, I believe, his 3rd or 4th season. He is the bell, and he is a player just as dangerous.
Out of Oklahoma, big back, kind of like a LeGarrette Blount. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like a LeGarrette Blount, a big back, 4th round pick out of the Oklahoma Sooners. EA Sports Electronic Arts College Football 25, EA Sports Electronic Arts Madden NFL 25. What is Jacoby Brissett doing? He's going deep. Oh, Lord.
What he does, man. Got them soft hands, and that's the thing. When you're in a half a point per reception league and the guy catches 7 targets, man, that adds up quick. You know, that and a touchdown, you're getting 10 points every week from a guy like that.
Boys, enjoy the game. I'm going to try to pop back in at the half.
You got it. Yes, sir. Thank you, Howard Shotsky, for joining us in Totem Pole Nation. Yeah, I did not realize Juju Smith-Schuster was still on the
He should be cut. He should be cut.
Yeah, he probably will.
That drop ball last year against the Commanders, he should be cut. He should be cut.
To catch you all on PS5. Get Coach Troy to give. If y'all have a PS5, I'll have one next month, and we can play games on there like football or Call of Duty or Grand Theft, whatever.
Let's do that.
And if you're a Funko fan, pre-order the new Funko video game Funko Fusion. They have a bunch of cool licenses in that, including like Jurassic Park, Back to the Future, Amazon's Invincible, just to name a few. I'm hopping off. I'll catch you all later. Bye.
Take care, Totem Pole Reed.
What are we looking at there? Is that a Dante Culpepper Miami Dolphins jersey? What's that say, Coach?
Julian Edelman.
Oh.
Julian Edelman, 2009 draft pick, 7th round pick out of Kent State. Played on special teams.
This team right here is about to make me some money. Money.
Money at all. No. You're not getting that money.
This team can't score. They're trash.
Never.
Yes, sir.
Never trash.
Laura Blunt is from
we
my
are going to
hometown.
be
Went to
better
high
than
school
we were
with him.
last year.
Okay. Top 5. Top 5.
Not top 5. Top 10. I would take 8 and 9. I would take 8 and 9.
Thinks they're going to get 11 wins. You think the number of wins they're going to have this season?
He thinks 8. He thinks 8 wins for this.
Yeah, LeGarrette, Gator.
Why are you clapping, Coach Bald?
8 and 9.
Gator, this is for you.
Eight and 9. Totem Pole Nation.
It's the world.
Coach Ball, St. Pete Rejuvenate. That's that belt.
Back. Division championships. For that
Brandon Toms, ladies and gentlemen.
Buffalo Bills.
Brandon Toms,
South Carolina.
Brandon Toms in the house.
DCL,
Brandon Toms in the house. Put that button on speed dial. Put that button on speed dial. Brandon, we got BT. His name is BT. Brandon Toms. Crank
DCL is in the house.
DCL.
DCL, are you still making music?
What's up, fellas?
Brandon Toms, how do you feel about the Carolina Panthers tonight? Bryce Young versus Drake, the Fighting Drake Mays. Don't call me Mitch Trubisky, New England Patriots.
Oh, I got a problem already. Bryce Young is not playing. He did not play well enough last year to deserve to sit and not play in the preseason. I don't like this move by Dave Canales. Obviously, first preseason game as a coach. Don't think Bryce Young not playing is in the best interest of the team. He was god-awful last year. He needs to learn these new pieces on offense. New receiver from the Steelers needs to learn Xavier Leggett if he's playing tonight. I haven't seen, hadn't watched the game, just seen that Bryce Young was not playing. So a little upset by that, this being game 1 of the preseason. Definitely think he ought to be playing just from a position standpoint.
Oh, you got to pick that up.
DCL said, this has been rough, man. Sorry to hear that.
So what you're telling me,
thanks for
BT,
streaming,
is I should be like live streaming the under in this game?
Thank you, DCL.
Or are you telling me I should have been live streaming the under?
With Jake Plummer in quarterback, we're gonna be lucky to score 10 freaking points.
All right,
I'm snake.
Get that pressure! God, he dropped the ball. A lot of drops.
Game, ladies. Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton is probably going to be the Carolina starting quarterback by week 8.
Ooh. Can he still play?
Ooh.
The Red Rifle.
Can he still play?
Red Rifle, baby.
Rifle.
Sound like EA
Sport. EA Sports, Electronic Arts, Madden NFL 25. Can Andy Reid still play? The guy, the Cincinnati Bengals, Marvin Harrison, when they went 0-7 in the playoffs, that Andy Reid quarterback, the Andy Reid quarterback during the COVID year when the Dallas Cowboys went 6-10 with him as a starting quarterback. Andy Dalton. Sorry, not Andy Reid. Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton is a quality backup. He's a solid backup. I think he's making $5 million a year. Sit behind Bryce Young, and tell him how to lose a game because that's what we've seen to do.
Coach him up without a doubt, ladies.
He will coach him up. Bryce Young, out of the University of Alabama, played for the late great Nick Saban, EA Sports, Electronic Arts, College Football 25. Nick Saban, the Bryant-Denny Stadium at Alabama is going to be named after the late great Nick Saban. Nick Saban, one of the greatest coaches in America. The stadium will be named after him this year.
I love it.
It's already called Bryant-Denny Stadium. What are they going to call it now?
They're going to name it after Nick Saban. They're going to name it after Nick Saban this year.
No, they're not.
Add like Bryant-Denny Saban Stadium?
Whatever they're going to call it.
Huh?
Whatever they're going to call it.
I think Kalen DeBoer.
What are they going to call it? The Bill Belichick Stadium. Anthony, Florida State University says Nick Saban, greatest coach in college football. Not the NFL, though.
Duh.
Anthony, that's a great point.
Duh.
Dion WL, shout out to the team. This is for Anthony. This is for Dion. Thank y'all. Paul, how are you feeling about the Patriots right now and what you see? Do you feel like you're going to get $2,000 richer from what you see? Gator said the red rifle.
I'm not going to get excited. I'm going to talk under my breath. I'm going to be calm.
Dion says, Lambeau, nice colors, my boy. The New England Patriots. Coach Bald, who are you wearing there? Is that the Buffalo Bills?
That's the Buccaneers.
Terrell Owens?
Buffalo Bills.
Look at this. You want to see
Owens or Andre Reed?
guys are rocking
Whoa! Let's go, T.O. Let's go, T.O.
I told you,
Let's go, T.O.
Terrell Owens.
Do the
Let's
Dion.
go, T.O.
Do the Dion, Kyle.
Let's go, T.O. Let's go, T.O.
I just wore this in case we had any Cowboy fans. I could run out there and stomp on the logo.
Kyle, do the Dion.
Who's the George Teague of Totem Pole Nation?
Kyle, do the Dion.
Must be the money.
College football season. Saving that for college football season.
Must be the money.
Hey, listen.
You know that song?
Listen.
You know the song by Dion? Must be the
My
money.
girlfriend wants to know who is that singing.
No.
She said he sounds like John B.
You know who must be the money? That's a great segue. Man, there's a lot of money riding on 16 games. And these guys. And guess what? They don't have it.
Lambeau,
they don't
I have
have
a message. Hold on.
It's like showing up and it's like showing, hey, Coach Bald. You remember when you lined up and suited up and you put on that winged helmet at LC Bird?
Yeah.
You knew that before you even put your helmet on, you're going to win about 6-7 ball games, right?
Yes.
Remember the guys over there at Midlothian? When they lined up and they had 2 wins in the pocket and they had to go get the other 8?
Yep.
That's Lambeau Calrissian. He's got to go get. He got to like what's old ball coach that wears a little visor down in Florida. I got to go get some wins.
I'm tired of talking about it.
I can't wait. This is gonna be epic. It's gonna be epic.
It sounds good. It goes sound good.
Look, by week 5, when you're 0-5, you might as well shut off your damn internet subscription because I will find you. I will find you.
Never. Because it's not going to happen. That sounds good. But when the Patriots in week 3, when we beat up on those Jets, when we beat Aaron Rodgers by midnight at the Thursday Night Football, you better book that plane ticket to Vegas for January. You better go ahead and book that. You might go ahead and book that a week before.
I don't know if you
go
saw
ahead and book that a week before. Because
how do you feel about going to Vegas and then coming back and owing somebody $2,000?
That's not gonna happen though. You can't be worse than 4-13. We're not gonna have the same record.
You're not. You can't. Okay. Who told you can't have the same record?
I said we're not gonna have the same record.
But who told you that?
My inner thoughts. My inner thoughts told me that.
You need to talk to him.
No, I'm good. My inner thoughts know right.
Drake May's in the game. Look at him throwing darts. He's scared. He's scared. He's a short armor guy. His name is Short Armor Guy. I'm going to tell you right now, he's the short armor guy. Coach Ball is shaking his head. I look back at the screen and I see what I need to see. I don't need to say nothing. I'm just going to sit here and watch the game.
Pats are going to cook.
They're going to cook. The Pats are going to cook everybody.
Garfield, how are you, sir? How are you?
Garfield says I got to go back up. Dion says, by the way, I see you, Terminator. Gator laughing emojis. Dion says, Paul, I see you, my guy. Garfield says, Patriots best team. Dion says, Lamb, I think New England's going to be mid this year. Hopefully I'm wrong. Garfield says, Pats are going to cook. Drake may cook. Gator says, laughing emoji with the fire emoji. Garfield says, great. We're going to see. I'm sticking with the veteran experience of Jacoby Brissett. That's what I'm sticking with. And we're not going to pick at the top 5. I'm going to stick with the veteran and Jacoby Brissett.
Where are you at right now? I'm at 3rd and 10.
Oh, 7 minutes left in the first quarter, and the Carolina Panthers get the ball.
Okay, got you.
It was after 3rd and 10. He threw it to the running back for 5 yards.
Who is the Gibson? Is that the gentleman that was for the Redskins or the Commanders last year? Okay.
Yeah.
He had a nice little screen out of the backfield.
We got somebody, but I mean, we're just getting warmed up. Both these teams going to start putting in fire by the second half. By the second half, both teams going to start clicking.
Okay, well, hold on a second, Lambo. The guys that go into the second half aren't playing during the regular season. What you see is what you get. Trash. 0-0.
Not yet. We still got 2 more games of the preseason. We're looking at it from that standpoint, as far as starters.
No. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
I know. I mean, it's the truth. We're not basing this on one
game.
Oh
boy.
Basing it off one game, and we calling it after one game. And we got to see some evidence. We got to see some evidence of the regular season. The regular season hasn't started yet. We still in preseason. Last time I checked, we in August, not September 8th. We in August 8th. We got a month left. Dion says Josh Allen wins the division, I believe, this year. By the way, I can't see the game. How he looking? Defense, both defense. It's defensive game right now. 0-0, New England and Carolina. Dion says, totem pole, nation, salute.
Terminator, favorite all-time Raider of all time.
Can't hear you.
Terminator.
Can't hear you.
Cliff Branch.
Wow. Stuff receiver. Stretch the field.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I loved Howie Long. Lyle Izado was a maniac. Yeah, those were guys I loved. Bo Jackson. Career that he
Yeah,
had.
it would have been Bo, but he gotten hurt.
Yeah, Tim Brown. He was so dominant at Notre Dame.
Somebody's echo.
Who's I thought the number 2, best receiver of all time, right after Jerry Rice. But some studs came after him for sure.
Dion says, Coach Bald, nice to finally meet you, sir. Heard good things. Good things. Salute to you. Sports Our Life says hi. Sports for Life. Thank you for tuning in. Sports for Life. This is for you.
Prime time.
What's going on in that Carolina game? I mean, not Carolina. What's going on in that Giants and Bills game?
Yeah, it took me out of there, man. Once the game started, it kicked me out of there. I'm on my Fire Stick now, and I'm not getting anything on there either. So, yeah, I'm stuck with this game with you guys, unfortunately.
Defense getting some sacks. Look like Carolina Panthers O-line's in the struggle. Both teams are in the struggle. But I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Preseason. Yep. Get your struggles out now. Nobody's ever peaked in. Well, who? There was somebody that was just terrible last season that won all their preseason games and built quite a bit of excitement. But it makes me think back the year that the Colts won the Super Bowl with Peyton Manning, Harrison.
Yep.
They were 0-4 in preseason, and I believe the Oakland Raiders back then were 4-0 in preseason, and they ended up having a terrible season. So just kind of goes to show you the preseason, it doesn't tell the whole story sometimes.
It never does. It matters. It matters how you finish.
Yep.
It matters how you finish. Just like with the Green Bay Packers, with that slow start that they had, and then at the end of the day, they went from that slow start after they beat the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football. Then they set up here and almost made it to the NFC Championship game. Dion says, question for the team. Who are you guys dark horse this season? What is a dark horse team for this year? What do y'all think?
Go ahead, Paul.
You're muted.
I got my dark horse is this team to get the number 1 pick in the draft.
That sounds nice though. Terminator.
My dark horse? Let's go with Arizona.
Wow.
Coach Ball.
Well, I do. I think I don't think they're a dark horse. I think the Bucs are the best team in the South, but I think they could be a team that kind of flows under the radar that could contend in the whole. They could be the NFC champs. They've got a lot of pieces. They brought all their best players back, and that's what's key is keeping all of those pieces together. And they had a very good draft. They drafted the center out of Duke. When they had that awesome season a few years back, they had Ryan Jensen there in the middle. And, just kind of an enforcer as a center. You don't hear about offensive linemen being enforcers, but that's what they are. The offensive line, they're the guys that keep that quarterback's jersey clean. And for them to pick up a center first round, I think is very crucial for them. They have all the pieces, I think, in place to make a good run. Their division, they should run through it pretty easily. The Atlanta Falcons could be a little hiccup. They'd be my dark, but I think a lot of people are talking about the Houston Texans, and I think the Jacksonville Jaguars could be a team there. I think all the Florida teams are going to be good this year. They're all going to be competing. I like what the Dolphins are doing, and the Bucs here in Jacksonville. So I think it's going to be a great year to be a fan in the state of Florida. Absolutely, Coach Lambo. Who is your dark horse that you're looking at under the radar?
We got some comments, but I'll answer that in a second. Gator says, CEO Bald, glad you're here. Anthony FSU says, do you think he fumbled or is it going to still be Panthers ball? Looks like it's Panthers ball on the 3rd and 14 with a penalty. Gator says, welcome any newcomers. Please double tap the screen and show some love and grab a seat and watch Totem Pole Nation go. Dion says, Coach Bald, good choice. Mine would be the Rams. You know what? I'm going to go with Dion. I like the Rams. I've always talked about Sean McVay and how to develop a roster. I know last year they had 21 rookies, and despite the loss of the defensive coordinator, who is now the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons, and Raheem Morris, Matt Stafford, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, and the running back, and the tight end, I think Tyler Higbee is still there. I'm not sure if he's still there or not. The defensive line is very young. Now, the retirement of Aaron Donald is going to be a lot different because you can't replace Aaron Donald. But the secondary is going to need a little bit more help. But I am going to take the Rams. I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams win the division in that tough NFC West with the Rams, the 49ers, and, Seattle, who always finds their way in the playoffs with a 9-8 record or a 10-7 record. But I'm going to take the Rams and Sean McVay. I think they'll somehow end up in the NFC Championship game this year. I got a lot of confidence in what Sean McVay has done. So I'm going to pick, if I'm picking quarterbacks, Matthew Stafford is better than a lot of quarterbacks in the NFC. He is.
He
definitely is.
He's the only one with a Super Bowl ring in the NFC. The only one with a Super Bowl ring in the NFC. Absolutely. Yeah. I do have the Detroit game on. They just kicked a field goal, 53 yards, so they're up 3-0. They're in the Meadowlands against the New York Football Giants right now. Yep, Detroit is up 3-0. I believe that was the kicker they signed from the UFL, where guys you're watching right now will probably end up being the superstars in the UFL next year. And who knows? Once you make the roster, things can happen. You can't give up on your dreams. You would never have the story of a Kurt Warner, if it wasn't for, these developmental leagues, which I love it because they've always needed it. For so long, they have another path. You had to do you had to do Canadian football where, the linemen are a yard off the ball, or you had to do arena football where the field is half the length of what it is. Like, I love having UFL and for these guys having an opportunity, and hey, football year round, I think that's a good problem to have, especially when you're a bunch of football gurus and nuts like we are, excited watching the second preseason game of the year. But Terminator, tell me what you think the Raiders with Gardner Minshew magic. They could be a team that could be picking top 5. They could be a team that has, arguably wins that division, man. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with them. I love the football coach, man. The toughness that he brings, the swagger, the attitude. That's what Raider fans have needed and have not really had since John Gruden was there. Tell me about your insight on the Vegas Raiders. Vegas, baby.
I have to agree with that take wholeheartedly because I don't know about Minshew. It's just his history. You know what I'm saying? So, hold on. Got it. All right. Yeah, I just don't know. I mean, we got the good defense. I love Max Crosby. That guy's got a motor that the NFL hasn't seen in a long time. So, I mean, if he gets hot, if he hits the receivers, we can do something. But, I mean, I don't mind picking the top 5. Don't mind.
Yeah,
we need, like Paul and I were talking about this last night, we need a quarterback that's going to be, going to take us up to the next level, because as long as you got Patrick Mahomes in your division, you gotta bring your A game. You know what I'm saying, Coach Ball?
Oh man, without a doubt, being a Bills fan, we saw it with Tom Brady for 20 years. So I know you
Yeah.
guys be on that end, and luckily that guy just got a little older, and Buffalo finally hit the lottery, getting a Josh Allen. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. That North, I mean that AFC West is going to be a bear. I love Harbaugh being there in San Diego. I'm hearing some stuff about their quarterback having some foot issues already. So I don't like that. But I think it's KC's division. But you guys always tend to play them tough, and I do. I love Bo Nix. I thought that he was, in my opinion, one of the best quarterbacks to come out of this draft. I was kind of surprised that, that he went where he did. But, these guys, they want guys that are 20 years old coming out of college. A guy that's 25 and played in, so many NFL-style offenses. I think he's going to go in there and do wonders for Sean Payton, who has been known as a QB guru. He done a lot of good work with the Cowboys back in the day. And then he had that awesome run with the Saints, to bring New Orleans the first championship they ever had in their lives, So, yeah, man, it's going to be good stuff. Lambo, go ahead.
Dion says, what do you guys think of Drake May not really into the college scene? Do you think he's better than Mac, which was pretty decent, I think? Belichick handcuffed him, but whatever. What is y'all's take?
Go ahead, Lambo. That's your guy. I want to hear what you think first.
I mean, it's hard to say that Drake May is better than Mac Jones. We hadn't seen him play yet. Like we got to see evidence-wise if he's going to be better than him. I mean, we're going to have to see. It's just coming down to evidence. If Mac Jones is good or whatever, I mean, he clearly wasn't good. But, I'm on to the future of the Patriots. I mean, whatever happened in the past, whatever happened, I don't think Belichick handcuffed them. I mean, who handcuffed him is probably not the word that I would say. He had opportunities and he screwed them up. So it is what it is for Mac Jones. But, we on to the new era with the New England Patriots. And, just watch and see what we can do and how we get better. I don't know why we're rotating 3 quarterbacks right now. First series was Jacoby Brissett. Second one was Drake May. And third one was Bailey Zappi. So I guess Jerron Mayo's strategies is whoever goes with the hot hand, I guess, is keeping them in the game, I assume. So, having 3 quarterbacks, I guess it's going to try them. And whoever does well, does well. Whoever gets cut, gets cut. We know that we know that Jacoby Brissett and Drake May ain't getting cut. It's going to be Bailey Zappi and somebody else. But I wouldn't be surprised if Joe Milton goes up on that roster as well. Joe Milton would go up on that roster. Brandon Toms.
Yes, sir.
What are you thinking about this game right now? 0-0, all defensive game. What does Carolina need to do?
I mean, I think they got to show something on offense, man. The defense last year wasn't the issue. Now, granted, in a couple games it was an issue, but for the whole part of the season, the defense was solid, in my opinion. That's why the DC was the only holdover when Frank Reich left. The DC actually got a head coaching interview with the Panthers. Had multiple opportunities to go somewhere else. He stayed here. He brought some more veteran defensive players in, guys that he's coached in the past and guys that know that system. So I love the defensive part of the Carolina Panthers right now. I think we got some guys that need to shine. DJ Wonnum was in Minnesota, had a great career there so far to start. Now let's see what he can do, when there's not another really good D lineman on that same front with him. Now we got Jadeveon Clowney. He's older. I think he's still a serviceable guy, but he's not going to be that guy that he was with the Texans or with the Browns or even with the Titans a couple years ago when he had that decent year. So, and I definitely don't think he's the same as he was last year in Baltimore. I just don't. Offensively, we got to prove something. And like I said earlier, with Bryce Young not playing, we can't prove anything. The only thing we can prove is Andy Dalton's a solid backup He's not even playing tonight, so we can't even prove that. So now what are we trying to do? Find our third string guy? That's what we're looking for? Like, what are we doing? Let's play ball. Let's see what this offense looks like.
We got comments. Crash Out Mateo, what is up? Crash Out Mateo, thank you for tuning in to Totem Pole Nation. Crash Out Mateo, this is for you. Gator says Harbaugh. Dion says, oh my God, just check the schedule, guys. No way we are going above 500. Shaking my head. We have one of the toughest, if not the toughest schedules. Bruh, help me. Gator says Sean Payton. Dion, I didn't say we were going above 500. I said 8 and 9. 8 and 9 is not above 500. 8 and 9 is like a 40, about
like
mid 40 or below.
47%.
Yeah, 46, 47. Like, I ain't say above 500. I looked at that schedule. I know what the schedule. The toughest schedule in the NFL? No. The Pittsburgh Steelers had the toughest schedule. Houston Texans are up there. Other teams are up there as well. Coach Ball, what do you think about this?
Breaking news. Tommy DeVito. Tommy Living Levito DeVito is in for the New York Giants. Drew Lock just got knocked out of the game, possibly. Yep. Tommy, yes. Tommy Dimes. Tommy Nichols is in the game for the Drew Lock's been taking a beating. And
Drew Lock is on the Giants now? Did I miss that?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep, for the Giants. And that question that was asked earlier about Mac Jones, about Drake May, man, the quarterback position is a very, very difficult one. As an offensive line coach, I would always have my guys out. You just avoid the quarterback. They have to have a swag about them. They have to have things go their right. They're just a different breed. You know, you want those guys to be in a good mood. You want those guys to feel good, because if they lose their confidence, I mean, they can't hit the broad side of a barn, man. It's bad when a quarterback loses his confidence. It's a real depressing thing. So sometimes you need a new change of scenery. You know, you need to go somewhere else. Mac Jones, is he going to start in Jacksonville? Well, I absolutely think that's not possible, you know, but you never know in this league. There's always a trade that can be made, and the weird things happen. Who would have thought we'd be talking about Brock Purdy as a top-tier quarterback, the last guy drafted 2 years ago, you know, but it's a league that if you can play in it, you're going to get some attempts. You're going to get some reps. And, it looks like Tommy DeVito is getting his shot tonight. The
Tommy DeVito. Ladies and gentlemen, the Giants and Daniel Jones will be last in the division. They will be last in the NFC East. Gator says Brandon Thomas looks like you're finally headed home and it's not dark. Milton Park says the Cowboys been my team free lifetime and I got to see they are garbage. Agree and disagree and still got it. Gator says Milton Park, same with the Gators this year. What do y'all think about those Dallas Cowboys?
Crystal ball, Paul. I heard a guy today say that the Cowboys have $70 million that they can spend per season on Dak Prescott.
No. Dak Prescott does not deserve another contract.
Unmute yourself. I can't hear you.
You might have left. You might have should have left me unmuted, because one, Dak Prescott, if he was going to get that money, he would already have it. We already know what's happening with him, and let's not create stories of Dallas Cowboys. He won't be on the team next year. Number two, we got somebody laughing at Tommy DeVito. Somebody on here just came out laughing about Tommy DeVito, and they don't have a quarterback on their roster better than Tommy DeVito. That's funny to me. That's really funny.
We do. Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Yeah, we do.
You have it, dude. What the first time the Patriots score a touchdown, they're gonna act like they won the Super Bowl.
No, I'm not.
And you're laughing at Tommy DeVito.
I'm not gonna act
He
like
did
that at all.
more
The
last
preseason.
year. He did more
the
last year in
preseason.
his career than all the Patriot quarterbacks have done in theirs.
Hey,
Dude,
Paul.
it's laughable.
Never.
It's you're
It's
laughing at yourself.
Paul.
I'm not laughing.
It's
at
embarrassing.
Myself. I'm laughing. It's
Paul,
not
it's
embarrassing.
gonna be like
I'm not laughing at myself. I'm laughing at the New York Giants.
Talk to me, BT.
The Steelers scoring the Super Bowl gonna be like little old Prince George when they scored on Dinwiddie County in 2022.
Correct.
The fans about ran out of the stadium. They act like they won a state title. You're down by 60.
That's a Mickey.
Down by 60, ran on the field.
Look, that's a Mickey Mouse show too. That's a Mickey Mouse show.
Yeah.
The Steelers are a Mickey Mouse show like the Patriots. Both of them will be bottom. He's laughing and saying they're going to be bottom dwellers of the AFC North, and he's going to be sitting there in the AFC East in the bottom. But he wants to laugh at the Steelers. That's a joke. That's a damn
How's that
joke.
a joke? How's that a joke? How's that a
joke? Because you're a bottom dweller laughing at a bottom dweller. That's a joke.
It's not a joke.
DeVito is solid.
Just wait until I'm right, and I'll be like I told you so.
And when you're wrong, I hope you book a trip to Nova Scotia. Holy mackerel, bro!
I probably will. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. It is what it is at the end of the day, and I'm gonna keep saying the same thing. We ain't picking in the top 5. So go ahead.
When are you going to check out? When they're 0-5 or 0-6?
Never. I don't check out.
Oh my god. So they're always going to be an 8-win team, no matter what their record.
I'm not checking out no matter what their record is. I'm loyal to the Patriots. I'm not a Tom Brady fan. I'm a Patriots fan.
So again, let's say it one more time for the record, because this is on the record. They will win 8 games this year.
Yeah.
Just want to hear it again.
You don't got to hear it again. He's heard it multiple times.
Well, I just need to hear it again because they haven't scored yet. So that's a tough mountain to climb for an 8-win team. They can't score in the preseason.
Well, I mean, the game is played in 60 minutes, not 10. It's a 60-minute game. So I mean, it doesn't matter what the score is. Win by 1, win by 2. It don't matter. I just want us to be successful and win. I don't care what the score is. I don't care. It is what it is.
Congrats. That's why I'm wearing your jersey, man. I'm supporting the Patriots.
Sure you are. But we gonna see. We gonna figure that out. Gator says the Florida Gators are go 7-5 or 6-6 this year. Gator says Tommy DeVito. Dion says the Patriots are going 5-12.
Gator, I appreciate the comment. Glad you're excited about your Gators. I don't think they're 7-5. 6-6
with the toughest schedule in college football. They got the toughest schedule in college football.
Yeah, buddy.
7-5.
Yeah, I'm on the show, but I mean.
My South Carolina Gamecock schedule is pretty tough too.
7-5.
I just wanted to make sure that you watch the video.
7-5 or 6-6 with Florida this year.
No,
with the toughest schedule in college football.
Oh,
my
Lord. Okay, talk to me.
My South Carolina Gamecock schedule is not much easier than theirs.
And how many games you think the South Carolina Gamecocks will win?
And again, I'll start with.
I'll be real honest with you. I'll be happy with 5.
We spent 5 minutes talking about
like
Nick Tyree and all those guys that are not on the roster. But
you say you'd be happy with 5?
I'd be happy with 5.
And you're not going to say he's the top rated.
Dog, that schedule is absurd.
Still 0. It's still 0-0. Injuries on the line. Injuries on the line. NFL preseason week 1. EA Sports Electronic Arts Madden NFL 25. Is football officially back? Terminator, Coach Ball, Brandon Toms, are y'all excited that football is actually back? Do you feel the spirit of football? Do you feel it?
Yeah. I will take preseason football over anything on the Olympics. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Give me preseason football. Give me high school football. Give me college football. Give the people what they want. And the people want football. Let's go.
It's Christmas for the grown men, baby. Christmas for the grown men.
Yeah. So in the Giants game, the Giants have 3 first downs. The Detroit Lions do not have any first downs, but it is 3-0 for the Detroit Lions. But I'll tell you what, that offensive line for the New York Giants, they look disgustingly awful. Drew Lock running for his life. I don't even think they put Danny Dimes in there. They're too smart for that. But Drew Lock already knocked out of the game.
He didn't have the offers he wanted.
Unbelievable.
I sat there and tried to tell y'all watching the Giants hard knocks that it don't matter what they do. I know they got Malik Neighbors at number 6, but it's I feel like the system what Brian Daboll is trying to run is what he did with Josh Allen. And Daniel Jones ain't Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones is not Josh Allen.
No,
dude, it's a hustle. It's a joke. It's a joke.
Like let's be honest with ourselves. Let's be honest with ourselves when it comes to the New York Giants. I have a feeling that they might hit the panic button and fire Brian Daboll. Do I want him fired? No, it's not coming from me. It's the ownership. The ownership ain't done nothing since they fired Tom Coughlin. They won what 35% of the games since they fired Tom Coughlin.
All right, I'm going to tell you the leak. You want to pop
They made
on?
the playoffs twice since they fired Tom Coughlin. They hadn't reached the NFC Championship game since Tom Coughlin. Who did you go through? Pat Shermer, Joe Judge,
fan.
Ben McAdoo, Brian Daboll.
Jesus.
Yeah, remember in 2016 they hired Ben McAdoo, the former offensive coordinator for the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
Ben McAdoo.
Yep. They thought they were getting Brett Favre back there, quarterback for him to coach up, but
shit.
It did not happen.
Danny Dimes, Brett Favre, 2 completely different ends of the spectrum, baby.
Yeah.
Amari Thomas says back.
Don't put that in a sentence ever again. That's just throw up in your mouth.
Amari Thomas says the Pats might win if you think about it. Gator says football Christmas in August. Amari says I say get Pete. Elizabeth says the Lions are going to beat the Giants. Somebody's echo, unless it went out.
Uh-oh, guess what, guys? Everybody put your drink up. It is officially Zappy Hour. We got Zappy in the game. It's Zappy Hour. Cheers, everybody. Zappy Hour has officially started.
Yes, sir. 1800. Today's video is sponsored by the 1800 and Tequila Respado.
That means if you're drinking anything below the rocks tequila, walk outside to your dumpster and throw it in the garbage. 1800, that's like drinking a Magnum's 40 from back in the day. Take that shit and throw it in the trash. It's garbage.
This shit is good. This
You're
shit
worse
is good.
than Mad
This
Dog.
is your public address announcer.
Your taste buds are probably different, but this 1800 teaches you something special.
You don't even. You know what? You don't even know what real tequila tastes like.
How do you know that? How do you know that? How do you know that?
I know it. If you're drinking 1800, you don't know what real tequila tastes like. Next slide.
I drink all types of tequila.
Brendan Toms, BT, a guy in Rockville, South Carolina that I know drinks pretty respectable tequila.
I drink it at a bar. I just don't buy it. I mean, I choose what tequila I want to drink. It's whatever I want to put in my body.
No, see, here's the difference difference between me and you. At a bar, I'm getting the cheapest thing I can find.
Yes.
PBRs, perfect.
Yes.
You don't get a blue ribbon to be in last place.
Yes. Amen.
PBR it is. Maybe a ice cold Busch Light.
Oh, there. Hey,
Yep.
hold on. I'm going to
Cheapest
make a
thing on the
public
menu,
address
dog.
announcement. If you ever come to my backyard, there is a cooler full of 137 cans of Busch Light.
Wow.
If you're not a fan, get the hell out of my yard. Go ahead, BT.
Busch Latte.
Busch Light.
Busch Light. Woo!
Love
That right there is one
Love
of the best. Busch Light. Woo!
I love Busch Light. Underrated.
Ice cold, underrated.
Underrated.
Amari Thomas said, as a Ravens fan to a Ravens fan, the Giants are going to win. Amari says, I got a water. Amari says, water, the best drink known to a man. Elizabeth says, I'm 16. I can't drink alcohol. Don't drink alcohol.
Don't drink. Don't start.
That's
Gator says, Gator says, I had some rough nights on M-Dog 2020. Amari says, Amari Thomas says, I can't even breathe alcohol. Dion says, Lambo, you chase that. Gator says, PBR is good. Gator says, don't forget Miller Lite.
Miller Lite
costs too much.
is a staple, especially with Hooters wings. PBR is probably the most underrated beer in all of America. Period. A 12-pack of PBR ice cold, man. If you say, man, PBR sucks, you never had an ice cold 12-pack.
You don't get a blue ribbon to be in last place.
Lambo, you're gonna have to look. I recommend this for the next time. All right, a little Milagro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can I
yes,
get
sir.
that ABC store? Can I get that ABC
yes,
store?
Yes, sir.
Can I get that ABC store?
Yo, Coach Ball, what are you doing over there, man, down in Tampa, Florida? Man, you showing off.
Have you seen this? Have you ever seen this one? Have you ever seen Scully before?
Scully?
Yeah.
Hold on. Is that tequila?
That's a bottle. Yeah.
Yo, that Milagro, but that Milagro you just had up there.
Yes.
Dude, you need
Yep. You get that ABC store?
Lambo.
Is that the ABC store?
You need to graduate a little bit from that trash you're drinking. Because that right there is top shelf liquor.
Is it at the ABC store? Is it at the ABC store?
Dude, yes.
Yes, it is.
I'll get it tomorrow. Or I can get it right now.
So after
I get it
so there's the Sam's Club. What's the other one after Sam's Club?
Costco.
Do y'all have a Costco near y'all?
Yes.
Yes.
Let me show you this. Crystal ball. I got what we need right here. Look at this.
I'm looking. I'm all over it.
Is that Devin McCourty?
That's the McCourty brother. Yes. The McCourty
What is
brother.
that?
That's it. That's what you want right there. The Anejo.
They sell liquor at Costco?
They do
yes,
here.
They do. Yes, they do. Oh,
not here, not in Virginia. It's at the ABC store.
Oh,
hold on. No. Casamigos Anejo?
I drink Casamigos.
What Anejo is that? From who?
The one I have is from Costco, but I believe it is a brand of you know how they make certain brands just like and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the poor man's Casamigos.
I'm gonna have to leave the state because we don't sell liquor in our Costco.
Oh man, Sam's Club neither.
Nope.
Boy, that hurts.
I know. Holy mackerel!
Wow.
How much is that bottle right there?
25 for the Anejo. The other, I believe, is 30.
Lord have mercy.
Special teams.
Paul,
yeah.
Paul, they might have it in Charlotte.
Hey, BT. BT, are you with me?
Yeah, man.
We're talking about special teams. That's like we're talking about practice.
Hey,
we're talking about special teams. We're talking about practice.
Let's just talk about this. Whoever the coordinator is, don't know who that guy is. I know you have to run pro-style punt, but you better have dudes on the outside to cover it, and they can't give up the outside contain. See, what happened there was the left gunner got blocked on his left shoulder, which means he gave up contain. Therefore, returner was able to get around the edge and go make a play. Now,
so you're telling
snapper
me
had
that
to save
the
day.
Patriots are a special teams football team?
No. What I'm saying is the Panthers done a horrible job of coaching that.
So why haven't the Patriots scored?
Man, see, it's a defensive battle.
Defensive
But-
team.
Paul,
And
So if they were playing the Chiefs, what would the score be? Would it be a defensive battle?
Yes, against the Chiefs will be a defensive battle.
Oh boy. Whoa. Oh boy.
I got it.
We got a quarterback throwing jump passes to a fullback. Holy mackerel, Batman! Wow.
I mean, the game is played at 60 minutes. I mean,
wow.
Game isn't over till the clock hits 0.
Wow.
And we doing this in the second quarter. We're doing this in the second
We
quarter.
are throwing jump passes to a fullback in the second quarter, and it's 0-0.
The game doesn't end until the clock hits 0, so the clock ain't hit 0 yet. Still a lot of football left.
Yeah, the bank doesn't close to my bank account says 2,000.
It's not gonna say 2,000 because your bet.
Okay.
It's not gonna happen. Gator says yes, Lambo. You can find both of them. Those at the ABC store. Just ask for the top shelves. Amari says, "Bro, why you drink, man? Sometimes I've seen people go crazy because of it." Gator says Kirkland brand stuff is good stuff, and Gator says fire. Amari Thomas says, "Yo, BT, we share the same last name." Gator says that hurts Cristobal Paul.
I appreciate your comment, Amari. But no, we don't. There's no A in mine, although people mess it up all the time, man. It is what it is.
Yep, he's your resident BT.
He might be
Toms.
Related somewhere down the line, but no A in my last name, but it is close. I appreciate the comment.
The Giants scored. Touchdown run. They're up, I want to say 7-3 now.
Who, the Giants?
Yes.
Yeah.
Happy's leading the boys down the field.
Yeah, but dude, this looks like a damn high school game.
Thomas Dale and Dinwiddie County.
Yes, it does.
Been some battles
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. This is just bad football.
56 is the mic. It looks like Bill O'Brien.
So Lambo, you guys starting Bailey Zappi?
Jacoby
better
Brissett.
than Drake May or Jacoby Brissett.
You're not gonna start Bailey Zappi?
He had his chance last year. Didn't do well. He had a chance last year. He had a chance.
Look,
you got Alex Van Pelt, offensive coordinator.
Yeah, he used to coach. I think it was the former. I think he was at the Browns at one point, if I'm correct. Might have been with the Browns.
Jesus. You hired a coach from the Browns?
No, this is
Did y'all forget the Browns made the playoffs with 5 quarterbacks?
It's going from bad to worse. Now he's gonna make the Browns just the best ever. Go ahead, Lambo. Shoot it.
That's not what I said. I'm just speaking the facts.
Go ahead, Lambo. Tell us about Alex Van Pelt.
Special teams comes back to bite the Panthers here early in the second quarter.
I mean, I ain't getting excited over no 7-0 in the preseason. Like we got a lot of work we got to do. Obviously, the defense has played great. The offense has a lot of work they need to work on. Defense is solid. I'm not surprised. Offense has to work on what we got to work on. Got to be efficient in the run game and efficient in the pass game. It is what it is. Amari says, "Yo, I'm gonna hop off and try to get hate off Lamar Jackson."
The defense is solid against the Panthers. It's very solid. Man. Ooh. What was that? What was the Panthers offensive NFL ranking last year?
I thought we were talking about last year.
You said last? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just checking.
I mean, it's a new season. Nobody cares about last year. You only brought up last year.
I mean, let's be real honest too. The Panthers aren't playing their number one quarterback option either.
Yeah. So, oh my God, if he played, man, Patriots would be in trouble.
They started with.
I don't know about that. I don't know about
Who
that.
is Jake Plummer?
The quarterback out of
Let's see the
Louisville?
Patriots defense against Pat Mahomes.
Hold him to at least 20 points, not 45. Hold him at least 20.
Come on, dog.
But you still lose.
Maybe, but we hold him to at least 20.
He ain't holding them to 20. That defense is Swiss cheese, man.
You think that?
That team is Swiss cheese.
Lambeau,
You think that?
last year the Eagles when y'all kind of shocked the world and y'all fought to the very end of that game?
Oh, he didn't get his foot in bounds. Didn't get his foot in bounds. That's 4th and 11. I mean, that's common sense, not getting your foot in bounds.
So,
Then what's next? The Chiefs game, great defense until he threw an interception and fumbled the ball. So mental mistakes. So I mean, it is what it is. But
wow. DJ Wanham is hurt. Clowney's not playing.
Deion says
David
Lambeau next
Ed's
wrestling
hurt.
live stream. We playing keep 3, cut 3. I just got put on. That's gonna be tough, but yeah, I got you. I know what you're talking about. This new
Jonathan
format
Brooks.
of special teams.
I hate it. God,
I don't like it either. I don't like it at all.
So awful.
You can't move till they catch the ball. Like what?
It's one-on-one blocking. That's what it is.
He almost hit him with a face mask.
Like, I think we had more explosive returns, when we kicked it deep and everybody ran backwards and then blocked somebody. I think honestly there were more explosive returns doing that. I get it's a concussion thing. They're worried about people's head injuries and stuff, but
they soft. NFL
exactly.
soft.
Exactly. High school football is worse, dog.
Where's the people at the Patriots game?
They all got to
Who
work.
cares about the fans in a preseason game?
Hey, has everybody here played fantasy football before?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're doing a league this year. I need everybody's email. I'll get this thing going. We need. I think we almost got a full enough roster where we can go. Get this thing going.
I'm putting mine in now.
Hey, is it ESPN or what are we doing here?
I always go Yahoo, man. Yahoo has always treated me very well. I like Yahoo. That's what I'm most comfortable with. I'll send it.
That's fine.
Guys, it's pretty standard. The drafts are very easy, and let's video all of it. You know what I mean? Video the draft.
I've never done Yahoo before, but
okay, yeah,
I'll figure it out.
I adjust things a little bit. I try to give defenses a little bit more points. I mean, if you shut a team down, I mean, that's like throwing a no-hitter. You know what I mean? So I like to give some points for the defenses that hold teams, to a little less points and stuff like that. But, yeah, man, I got to get y'all's emails so we can make this happen. It'll be a good time. Fantasy football is huge these days. I love it because, I've had so many years where the Buffalo Bills were not that good, but maybe my fantasy football team was, you know what I mean? So you watch it. And then that's the thing. Those Thursday night games when nothing else going on and you have the Carolina Panthers playing against the New England Patriots, it makes it worth watching if you have in there.
Yeah, Bald, I feel the exact same way. Last year, obviously, the Panthers were horrible. We talked about that horrible draft day decision to move up to number 1. Giving away our best threat at receiver and 2 first-round picks, along with some other stuff. So anyway, horrible trade. That's another topic for another day. But my fantasy team won my fantasy football championship. So, hey, life was good other than the Panthers were terrible.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. We live in a time where we make decisions when we're 11 years old, or sometimes the decisions are inherited in with us. Like you have to be a Pittsburgh Steelers. Dad was, or you have to be this fan because of this. And it's crazy, but we pick teams when we're young, or we inherit them. Sometimes you don't realize the brutal beating you take during football season. So it's nice to have another outlet, a team that you can actually coach, and that is your football team. But absolutely, man, we'll definitely all make that happen. I got the New York Giants up 7-3. There's 2 minutes. There's 7 minutes left here in the second quarter. It looks like the same game because both games are kind of drizzling, kind of wet, and kind of dreary out there.
It's old Hurricane Debbie running through.
Yeah,
intentional grounding.
Anybody get any weather up there? I thought it was kind of heading towards, South Carolina area earlier.
Yeah, man. So my fiance actually left and went home. Her parents live in Somerville, which is kind of about 30 minutes inland from Charleston. They got smoked. Had some flooding going on. There was a tornado about 2 miles from her house. So she was obviously shaken up from that. We got a whole bunch of rain here. We had some flooding on my way to work this morning. I'm really surprised school wasn't canceled here. A lot of the area schools had closed. But we went, first day of class, we went ahead and went anyway. So we got that out of the way, and it's supposed to be 92 and sunny here tomorrow.
Dion says Baltimore been raining bad. Did y'all get rain? Yes, they canceled practice because of a tornado watch.
Yep.
We canceled our practice.
We canceled practice today. Both of our practice fields were flooded. And we were worried about kids driving home after practice, in the almost dark, trying to get home, all the puddles and stuff on the road. So we went ahead and canceled the day too, here in Rock Hill, South Carolina.
Dion says prayers to everyone.
Absolutely.
Making sure everybody goes home safe. Prayers to everybody. Thank you, Dion. We appreciate you for tuning in. 3 minutes. You got about 4 minutes left in this Patriots Carolina game, and it looks like Carolina has to punt again. Who is their other quarterback besides? They got a fourth quarterback on the roster, Brandon Thomas. Besides,
yeah, they do. It's a guy.
Jake Plummer.
It's a guy by the name of Jake Luton, or Luton, or Luton. He was he got picked up in 2020. It looks like by Jacksonville. Got cut or had COVID. Then was activated again in 2021 by Jacksonville. Then was waived later that season. And signed with Seattle. Got waived later that season. Then he ended up in Miami. Towards the end of 21. Went back to Jacksonville in 22. In February, got waived in August. Then ended up on the Saints until May of 23. Then he signed with Carolina in July.
What's up, Preston? Thanks for joining.
Preston, thank you for tuning in to Totem Pole Nation live stream EA Sports Electronic Arts Madden NFL 25. Week 1 of the preseason game, the Carolina Panthers versus the New England Patriots. Always Preston, this is for you. Says Hurricane Debbie. Yes, Coach Ball.
Coach Lambo, Eric Gray, number 20 for the New York Football Giants. He has 2 carries, 51 yards, 2 catches for 46. He's a small back, man, but he is explosive. He's got the guy in the red zone right there, right inside the 20-yard line. That might be your Saquon Barkley taking over his place. I know they got Singletary, who he played at Buffalo, and I believe he played for the Texans last season. But they have a huge void to fill in that backfield for the New York Football Giants. But this guy's looking good, man. He's explosive, and he's already took one to the house already. You know, the Giants, as a Giants fan, I think you're looking for some guys to step up because there are not a lot of household names there. You know, once you get rid of a Saquon Barkley, I mean, somebody's got to get the football. So there's going to be some availability there. And, you know, especially with fantasy football, you know, these guys are going to be throwing the football. There's a pass right there to their tight end. They just hit the end zone. Jackson scored a touchdown from Tommy DeVito. He is not a fugazi, ladies and gentlemen. Tommy DeVito is back in New York, and he has those guys. He looks like he's a yard short there on the replay. But, yeah, man, Hurricane Debbie hashtag. That's the thing, man. The weather that you guys are getting, it's every Saturday or Sunday night here in St. Pete, Florida. You know, when you're on that Tampa Bay, man, you get some big time winds. You know, it kind of comes out of nowhere here, and that's why they call it hurricane season. It can kind of come out of nowhere. Those tornadoes spin out of control. You know, you just always have to kind of be prepared, and you always got to keep your head on a swivel and look at what the weather's going to be in the future. You know, here, man, I got to move everything close to the house because if not, it'll blow out into the water, and, you know, that's not good for the animals or the boaters or anything like that. But they just punched it in, and it was the guy Gray again, man, that number 20 for the Giants. Keep him on your radar. He might be one of these guys you pick up, you know, in free agency that could end up being a stud for your fantasy football team. The Giants are up now 13-3 with just under 5 minutes left in the second quarter against the Detroit.
Gator says off topic, but Coach Bald, I'll be in Orange City working tomorrow. 763 stand up. 763 stand up.
Gator, when will you be in the 813 or the 727? St. Petersburg, Florida, Tampa, Florida. I can't wait to see my Bash brothers, the Medley brothers here. The Terminator finally has come back to Florida. Brandon Toms, New Year's game. Carolina Panthers are going to be here on the 29th of December against Tampa Bay. We got to get you guys down here to enjoy a little
we can hit a Panthers game whenever too. I now live about 30 minutes south of Charlotte, about 32 minutes from Bank of America Stadium.
I might go to the Chiefs versus Carolina game. It's in Carolina.
Yep,
Chiefs
I got
an
extra bedroom. You're welcome to go. I'll probably have a coaches meeting because, you know, we got to meet on Sunday, discuss the next opponent.
Damn.
But at least you'll have a place to stay, dog.
Not on the bench.
Yes.
On the bench.
Gator says hopefully soon. Gator says sound like we got a lot going on in Florida this year. Maybe we could all link up. Dion says trying to see them Tampa honeys down there.
I will go out on a limb and say this. The fan base for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, when you go to that, I tell you what, it looks like you're at a modeling show. The girls come out and they are all dressed up. It is phenomenal. You would think the red carpet was right outside and led to the football stadium. The girls dress up for the football games here, and it's a beautiful crowd, man. It's phenomenal. I love Florida because there are so many football fans here, so many female football fans, and you'll be at the sports bar and they're sitting there coming up to you talking about their fantasy football teams. Who do I start here? Do I start this guy or do I start this guy? And I'm just like, wow, really? This must be what heaven is like. And it is. Florida, baby. Absolutely. I can't wait for you guys to get down here. Primetime Dion. We got a Monday night game against the Baltimore Ravens. I think that's going to be the game of the year with the Bucs in Baltimore. I believe that's the end of October, right around Halloween. So that's going to be a great week to be at the game as well, man. The stadium will be electric. What is the stadium atmosphere there in Carolina, Coach Toms?
Man, it's normally awesome. I went to a couple games last year. Went to the Falcons game. Obviously, it was pouring down rain. I think the final score of that game was 12-9. So
Whoa,
that experience,
that sounds like a Patriots game.
dog. That
Wow, that's a
experience
barn burner.
was not a great experience. Horrible playing conditions. But then I went back Christmas Eve with my dad for his Christmas gift. Took him to see the Panthers and the Packers. He was a Packers fan at one point in his life. I don't know if he was a true Packers fan or if he was just a Brett Favre fan. So I took him to go see the Packers. That was a better game, better atmosphere. The Panthers pulled that one off. I think the final score was 35-28, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So close ball game throughout the entire game, but great atmosphere there in Carolina. They're doing some stadium upgrades now to make it a little better for the fans. But overall, I give it about a B.
Gator says they built different in Florida. I don't know if you guys know that or not. Dion says all Tampa females look like Loyola Vice. Gator says facts. Dion says me and my girl are going to that game.
Wow. Well, hook up with
Tampa Bay.
Go to the gyms. There's more girls in there working out than the guys. It's legit, man. Health is a big deal down here. I mean, the weather's always good. It's always bikini season. What would you expect? You know what I mean? But I tell you what, the tailgating at the Bucs Stadium, it's phenomenal. You know, you definitely want to get there early. Be ready to walk a little ways, but it's great. You can walk right up to the stadium. Your adult beverage, you know, as much as you want. Sometimes you take a bag with some ice and your beverages and, you know, you power through a couple as you walk, but it is, man, it's phenomenal. They got a cool little beach setting, the beach chairs right outside of the stadium. It's a great place. You know, there's a couple bars within walking distance from the stadium. It's not like New England, man. New England was phenomenal because they literally had a shopping mall right across from the football stadium. So you can go in that mall area. There's plenty of sports bars there, and then you can just walk right in. That was unbelievable. I love that part about the New England Patriots Stadium. I wish Tampa would do something likewise, just so you could, you know, be close to the bar and watch all the games. That's one thing I always like doing is, you know, keeping my eye on all the other games, you know, right before I'm walking into a game, you know, for your fantasy football teams and whatnot. Crystal Ball Paul, what games are you going to be trying to catch this year? I know you have a huge season ahead of you, you know, with your son having his senior season.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Yeah, I'll be there every Friday night, but I got the Carolina Panthers circled on my calendar out in Las Vegas. I think it's like Terminator said, 21st or 22nd. And then we're heading out for the divisional round games in Las Vegas as well. I will say this. Tampa Bay, you just struck a nerve with me because, I mean, and I know this is not that kind of party because we're talking about this game tonight, but have you been to a USF game, Coach Ball? And what's the scene there like?
Well, I'll tell you what, the year I moved down here, it was right around 2006, 2007. And that's when they had that amazing run and got ranked number 2 in the whole thing. They played West Virginia there. I went in that game, and it was the most electrifying atmosphere I've ever been at. You know, I've been to great Tampa Bay games with Tom Brady, and they were electrifying. But the way the Bulls were that year, Matt Grothe was the quarterback. Had those guys ranked number 2. West Virginia came into town. They were highly ranked, and they beat the face off of them in their stadium, and that place was rocking. I mean, it was the best atmosphere I've ever been to for a football game. And like I said, Bucs playoff games with Tom Brady as the quarterback. You know, the atmosphere was just, you know, it was phenomenal. I would love to see those guys get back there. And I think that they could have, if, you know, last season, what if Coach Prime would have went to them? You know, at one time before he went to Colorado, there was a lot of USF talk that I think that would have brought a lot of people to the stadium. But they're trying to build their own stadium there. But I think they are going to be a team that wins the AAC. That's the conference.
Wow.
But a lot of talent there as well. But yeah, man, you don't have a big crowd because it's smaller. They don't have that big buzz that they do. They're ranked number 2. Phenomenal.
So South Florida knocks off Tulane in the AAC this year. Coach Bald said it here first.
Gator says never a dull moment with Paul. Dion says Bills versus Ravens. You can book it in. Coach Bald, I'm there for sure. Dion says I'm going to go to a Ravens game with a Brady jersey, and they're going to slander me. Dion also says, do you guys think Mahomes will or can catch Brady? Gator says 2006 was the years. Dion says also, what do you think about Harbaugh and the Chargers will do this season? I think Herbert easily top 5 when healthy. What do you think about Mahomes and Brady? Can Mahomes catch up to Brady?
I
think Mahomes can catch up to Brady?
I think the potential is there. Mahomes' career really just started. I mean, if we're truly looking at the career as a whole, he's just getting going. I think he has the potential to catch it. The problem is he can't do some of the things that he does now, the running and getting cracked and the knees and all that bad stuff. He's not going to be able to do that when he's older, but I still think the potential is there to catch Brady.
Coach Ball, do you think Mahomes can catch Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback of all time? EA Sports Electronic Arts, Madden 18.
I think Brady kind of created like a Brady effect where guys would come in there and they would take a small paycheck, get a chance at winning a title. Really the first one to kind of show that blueprint. I mean, when Peyton Manning went over to the Broncos, everybody kind of wrote him off, but guys, had that opportunity. I see that happening. But if Andy Reid was to step down right away, I would think that would be, something that would really affect those guys. I think the chemistry that he has, it's that coach quarterback chemistry that's going to be so crucial for them to, make that. He's at what number? He has 3 championships now. So he has
3,
go. I mean, that would be quite a run. I mean, if he was in the NFC, I would say, yeah, that's highly likely. But when you look at the quarterback play in the AFC, it is stout. Where the best crowd. This guy, he's been in the league 1 year. Joey Burrow, he's entering his prime. Lamar Jackson, you got Burrow, Jackson, Josh Allen right there, all the same age as Pat Mahomes. Those guys aren't going anywhere. You know what I mean? So it's going to be tough, man. It's so tough, when you have that bullseye on your back, and for them to have it, obviously they got bullseye. So everybody's going to come out and bring their A game. It's possible, but I say highly unlikely. I say highly unlikely because the quarterbacks that I just mentioned, they're not going anywhere. You're going to have some other teams are going to have to step into that mode. I was pretty shocked when Aaron Rodgers decided to jump over to the American Football Conference because, hey, had he stayed over there, it would have been him and Stafford, the only guys that had a Super Bowl ring. But he's over there. They could be the team to beat this season. They could easily win a championship as well. So I say highly unlikely, man. I mean, what Brady did was phenomenal, and that's the thing with the playoffs, man. You get in there at the last on a run, you get hot, you're punching your ticket to the Super Bowl. Anything can happen. Without a doubt. What do you think on that, Paul?
Man, I'm at the mid career of this. I think Pat Mahomes is at this stage in the game. Like, this is what I will say. I'll start right here. At the stage in the game where Brady had just as many championships as Mahomes, Mahomes is ahead. Now, I can't promise you that Mahomes is going to win another championship for the rest of his career. I mean, he lives in the AFC. As Coach Bald said, dude, it's a gauntlet. And again, if the teams the team's roster is shaped the right way, we may never see Mahomes in the Super Bowl for the next 6-7 years. And it's just because it's all about the quarterback. If you have a QB, you're there. And all the QBs right now are centrally located in the American Football Conference. And so, but to all of this is there's never been a team in the history of the National Football League that's had a quarterback that's been at this age and this stage of his career that's shooting for a three-peat. I said it here before on Totem Pole Nation, John Elway literally retired before he could three-peat because he was just done. Yep. He told Shanahan, I can't do it anymore. And Shanahan was like, okay. And Shannon Sharp tried to, convince him to come back, but he was just old and done. Pat Mahomes is 27, 28 running into a three-peat. So this year, I think if you're going to put your money on the Chiefs any year, put it on the Chiefs this year because the Chiefs went out and got them some guys who can stretch the field, and Pat Mahomes is going to be more laser-focused than he ever was. So is Kelsey because Kelsey is on his way out the door. And I think the collection it's about, and Coach Bald, you know this, it's about luck and timing. It's luck and timing for the Chiefs that everyone's in that tunnel where they're at this moment in time. Because Pat Mahomes is young, Kelsey's on his way out the door, but he can still kick some tires. They got some young receivers who can stretch the field. They're better on paper right now than they ever were in any point of last season. And they repeated. Like, come on, let's not get crazy and let's not start anointing people like the Bengals or the Ravens, like, well, give them another chance, or the Texans. No, you still have to beat them. And again, Spags, I'll say it again one more time, Spags on the defensive end. They kept Chris Jones. They made the right decision. They let the corner walk, and he knows. And the Chiefs realize their defense is built around Jones. If Jones gets pass rush, you can have C-plus corners and C-plus guys on the back end. Period. I mean, I don't know. Everybody in the AFC that's trying to build a football team needs to be looking in Kansas City because that's the way you do it. And if your quarterback, if you have one question about your quarterback, move on because it ain't going to work. You're not going to beat Mahomes. You can put all these people around your guy, Drake May, whatever, New England. It ain't going to work. If you can't beat Pat Mahomes, let him go and look for the next great college football quarterback out there in America because you're going to be waiting a long time because this guy's got 13 years left in the league. Easy. Barring injury. BT, talk to me.
I mean, I'm with you. I mean, I said from the jump, Mahomes' career is truly still getting started. And he's got the rings he does. He's got a long time ahead of him. Definitely think he can catch it. Just based off of the longevity of his career. Now, I'm worried about, he takes some blows during the season. Is he still going to be able to do that, 10 years from now? Or even, 8 years from now? Is he still going to be able to take those blows and get back up and still be able to make plays? Is he going to be able to run out of the pocket and make some of those passes that he makes? Is the offense going to be as good without Travis Kelce? We don't know, but the potential at least is there.
Dion says Brady won without Belichick. You don't think Mahomes can win without Reed? Dion also says Brady clearly showed there was more than just coaching. Gator says, well, fellas, going to jump off. Got to get up early in the morning. Hashtag Totem Pole Nation. Good night, Gator. You have a great night. Be safe.
Night,
Dion also says another question for the chat. What are your top 5 duos in the NFL of all time? Dion says hashtag Totem Pole Nation, the standard. Blessings from God. Dion also says, "What are you drawing over there, BT?" And then Dion also said the Bengals were a fluke, Paul. That 1 to 2 year run was just a highlight. What do y'all think? What do y'all think of that?
He said the Bengals were a fluke.
He said the Bengals were a fluke, Paul. That 1 to 2 year run was just a highlight.
Well, I mean, hold on, hold. Look, they're not a fluke. They're not a fluke. They went to the Super Bowl. The last time I checked, the Dolphins, the Bills, and everybody else in the AFC have not been there. So don't call them a fluke. They beat Kansas City, and it wasn't in Cincinnati. It was in Arrowhead. That game was in Arrowhead. And everyone wants to say, well, Josh Allen should have beat him. It was 13 seconds. Well, he didn't beat him. And you know what? He should have beat him. And I count that game as a win for the Bills. But Burrow and company actually went in there and did it. The defensive coordinator at Arubobo, he is a dude. He's a poor man's Spags. He literally he knows how to put the clamps on the Chiefs. And again, the Chiefs, the last team the Chiefs want to see in an AFC Championship game is them. They would rather play the Ravens. They would rather play the Bills. They don't want to see the Cincinnati Bengals. Because that's not accurate. Come on, man. Come on. And you know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna send this to you. Go ahead, guys. Talk to me.
Crystal Paul,
Dion,
have you been talking to Antonio Brown? And the reason I ask this, Antonio Brown has been able to predict the future here lately. He was the one that said Diggs was going to the Texans. It happened. And he recently reported
I know where you're going with this.
Ayuk is going to the Steelers after the preseason game.
Well,
comrades, is there something you're telling him?
Well, listen, Coach Bald, you are sharp as a damn e-tool on Christmas Day in the military. Let me tell you something, man. I appreciate you for saying that because I forgot all about that. But here's the deal. There's somebody in America that calls themselves the prognosticator of the National Football League. There's some guys out there in the world. He's on YouTube. I've seen him before. He says he predicts the future of the NFL. Well, let me tell you something. He doesn't know who I know. He doesn't know who I know. Thanks, Coach Ball. I appreciate that. But I mean, just like Stephen A., just like the guys out there in America, I'm not gonna give you my sources, but I will just tell you I know what's going on in the world of the National Football League. Thank you, Coach Ball.
Respect. Brandon Toms, go ahead, my brother.
So to answer the question here from Dion, what I'm drawing. So I am lining out my practice plan for the remainder of this season, just to get ahead of the game on special teams. So that just answers that question there. But we were talking about, I know it was Dion asked about top 5 duos in the NFL. And I won't even give you a top 5. I think the number one option might just have to be Peyton Manning and Marvin Harrison. That was a extremely good duo in Indianapolis. You could throw Steve Young or Joe Montana and Jerry Rice in that conversation as well. Also, 2 more very good duos with the same receiver. Kurt Warner and Isaac Bruce, fantastic duo. Randy Moss, Tom Brady again. So there's 5. I personally like that Peyton Manning, Marvin Harrison duo for my top one, I think, right now. Brady Gronk, Dion, yeah, man. Brady Gronk's another one. Brady and Julian Edelman was a good duo. So there's a bunch of different options there, but I think if I'm sticking with one, I like Peyton and Marvin Harrison. What
Dion
you got, Lynn?
says Montana and Jerry Rice.
Yep. Also solid. Steve Young, Jerry Rice. Same. I mean, you get the same thing with two different quarterbacks there in San Francisco.
What about the Vikings? That Vikings team that could never make it to the Super Bowl, like the Dante Culpeppers, or
with he had Randy Moss
Chris
for
Carter.
a year. He had Chris
Randy
Carter.
Moss, Chris Carter.
Yep. I mean, they were a solid team, solid duo. Yeah. We're forgetting Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, Devontae
solid
Adams.
duo.
What about Greg Jennings? What you thinking about Greg Jennings?
Greg
Donald
Jennings.
Driver.
What was Jordy Nelson?
Aaron Rodgers, yeah, Jordy Nelson.
We can make a ton of arguments for that conversation.
Dion says, yo, by the way, T. Higgins is better, in my opinion, than Jamar Chase.
See, I have to disagree with you there, Dion.
Oh, Lord.
I will have to disagree with you. Now, better athlete, I think, is Jamar Chase. The better receiver is Jamar Chase. What I don't like is Jamar Chase's attitude towards the game, thinking he's better than everybody else, because that's not the case. But I still would take Jamar Chase over T. Higgins.
Go ahead, man. So go ahead.
T. Higgins is the number 4 receiver on the Patriots. Go ahead, BT.
Dion also says Lamar and Mark Andrews.
Also a solid duo. I mean, we can make arguments like this all day. Who was it? Michael Irvin and was it Troy Aikman there with the Cowboys? Solid duo.
You can go.
How about Julio Jones and Matt Ryan?
Yeah, Julio Jones, Matt Ryan.
Julio ain't really done nothing since he left Atlanta.
Jockish Sports says no way.
How about dude, one of my favorite combinations of all time. Because this dude, man, he made something out of nothing. What's his name? Old Eli Manning and Victor Cruz. Victor Cruz was a dog for a couple of years. Yes, salsa be up, Coach Bald. That dude, I'm telling you, I enjoyed the Victor Cruz era. As short as it was, man, it was fun. It was fun. Man, he ate. That dude ate.
Jockish Sports says there's no way we're skipping to Lamar and Andrews before Aikman and Irving. Jockish Sports says thank you. Dion says, bro, nice dog. What kind of dog is it, Paul? Dion says, bro, Eli Manning, butt cheeks, Matty Stafford, and Megatron.
That's a solid duo too. Yeah. Again, back to the conversation. We can argue this all day.
And Dion says, bro, what nice dog. What kind of dog is it, Paul?
It's a lab mix. A little puppy lab mix. She's just a puppy. She just turned 2 in July. Her mom's sitting on the floor.
So what we did, Paul, is I got a bell over here. Check this out. When I used to do this when this was a baby, but see this little thing?
Yeah.
Used to ring that. You know, I'd ring it when she was just a baby, you know, and then take her outside, let her do her business. And then, like, within a week, she already knew what that meant. She knew she had to ring the bell and use the bathroom. It was beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah, man. The dogs are so smart.
They're the best. They are the best.
Amen. Amen. But yeah, man, dynamic duo receiving core, without a doubt. I mean, I tell you what, just a one-season deal, man, when McNabb and T.O. linked up that one year, Michael Vick, he had some
Michael Vick and Deshaun Jackson.
Sean Jackson, yeah, man, they were about as dynamic as possible. Dante Culpepper and Moss had some huge seasons. I'm sitting there thinking Drew Brees, but man, Drew Brees, he just always got everybody involved. He was that good of a quarterback. John Elway, he didn't have like a one main guy either. It's something else with those gunslinger quarterbacks. Brett Favre, Brett Favre didn't have, he had Antonio Freeman. And then, you can't really, Bubba Franks, but.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great, Coach Ball, that's a great point. I've never heard that take, but I heard it and I resonated for 5 seconds. But literally, John Elway had Rod Smith.
Yeah.
And he was a dog now. Don't get me wrong. He was a dog. But, dude, the Broncos weren't equipped with elite receivers during the Elway era.
No, not at all.
No way.
That's right.
Rod Smith.
If you
remember him,
what was the game that everybody had? Tecmo Bowl. I think it was Mike Natale was the wide receiver for John Elway.
Say it again.
Mike Natale. Mike Natale was the wide receiver on
Tecmo
1 for John Elway. And they had Carl Mecklenburg, number 77. I always wondered, why would the Mike linebacker wear 77? Number 77 is the Mike. That was Carl Mecklenburg, ladies and gentlemen. The Orange Crush defense.
The Orange Crush.
Our grays tonight with this lingo.
Man.
So what do you got going on over there? Y'all at halftime? Because I'm at halftime here in the Giants game. I'm watching Bob Papa, Carl Banks, and Phil Simms right now.
We're about to kick off in Foxborough.
We kicked off. Jockey said Elway had Sharp. Elway also had
there's
Shannon
nobody
Sharp.
at the game. There's like two people at the Patriots game in New England. It's pretty a sad scene.
Yeah, it's the same thing here. They're showing MetLife Stadium for the New York Football Giants. They're showing Bob Papa, Carl Banks, and Phil Simms, and you don't see hardly anybody. Maybe everybody's using the bathroom. Or that's the thing, when it's raining, you want to be in that tunnel. You know what I mean? You don't want to be out there, especially here in Florida, man, because the lightning comes with the rain here a lot of times. So that's the one thing that really stinks here. Is usually one of the first or two games, you will have some lightning delay one way or another, and it could turn a 4-hour game into a 6-hour game sometimes, man. It can get brutal. Mark Clayton, Derek Mason, what about Warren Moon and Ernest Givens? Woo!
That was a sick duo too. That was a sick duo too.
Yeah, the Houston Oilers also had a Haywood Jeffries back when they ran the running back in the day. Yep, the dogs are barking. I gotta let them in.
Man, we are blessed to be here, Totem Pole Nation. We are watching week 1 of the NFL preseason game. We have the Patriots and the Carolina Panthers. We had New York Giants versus the Buffalo Bills. So we are in the second half of both of these games right now. New England's up 7-0 against the Carolina Panthers to the start of the third quarter. And I think the Giants are still up 14-3 against the Detroit Lions. And we got a lot this weekend. We got a lot more preseason football this weekend. And tomorrow we will be live at 8 o'clock for WWE SmackDown. Roman Reigns returns as the baby face. He returns to SmackDown in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where your tribal chief, head of the table, the original tribal chief, and I predict the future of WWE. Do not be surprised if it's Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa versus Jimmy and Roman at Bash in Berlin, do not be surprised that matchup happens when we go to WWE Friday Night SmackDown starting tomorrow. Dion says, Lambo, do you think C.J. Stroud blows the top off his rookie season? I think he's the Steph Curry of football. Wow. But give him a couple more years. Give him a couple more years, and then we'll go back to that question. I don't want to say he's the Steph Curry of football yet. That's one season of evaluation and proof. It's the same thing with Jordan Love. I was giving Jordan Love a lot of praise, and I got backlash for it. But we have to see evidence. We'll have to see how consistent C.J. Stroud can play. And with Jordan Love being the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, we're going to see how consistent he can be as well. So we got to see the consistency between these quarterbacks. Let's not sit up here and say that he's going to be the next Steph Curry, because Steph Curry wasn't Steph Curry until like year 7, until they start like winning those championships, like the 2015, 2016 season. That's when Steph Curry became Steph Curry. Steph Curry wasn't Steph Curry's first 5 years in the NBA. It took him some time. So give these quarterbacks more time to develop and then go from there. Dion says, I'm just speaking on his metrics and mannerisms. More proof of that too. Everything, when you're talking about metrics and mannerisms, I kind of understand where you're coming from, but football perspective, we need a little bit more proof. We just need more proof film wise and eye test. So it's all about the eye test. Stats, all this other stuff, to me, doesn't really matter. It didn't matter to Jordan Love, to all those people that called Jordan Love a bum last year, and then looking like Aaron Rodgers against the Dallas Cowboys. Like I told y'all he was going to be. He was slinging it like Aaron Rodgers. So it's all about development, and it's all about the coaching. And Jordan Love sitting behind Aaron Rodgers for 3 to 4 years, and that pattern that they had, especially when Aaron Rodgers first got drafted behind Brett Favre, get that 2-3 year plan, and you're ready to play. I mean, that's the format that you got to do in the NFL. You just can't go out there and play year one and expect success. And when it comes to C.J. Stroud, how many Ohio State quarterbacks have been successful in the NFL? Barely anybody out of Ohio State has been successful at quarterback in the NFL. Coach Ball.
Everybody's yelling, hey, Joey Burrow went there. Not so fast, my friend. Hey, breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. The Detroit Lions are going for it on 4th and 2 in the first preseason game. And I'm interested in this right now. So it's hard to get interested in a preseason game. But right now, Hendon Hooker has stepped into the game for the Lions. He was a Virginia Tech Hokie. He went to the University of Tennessee. I believe he blew out his knee. Season, but he's an electrifying player, and he has dynamic ability that the Detroit Lions do not have at quarterback. So I'm interested in seeing him play. But they ended up taking the penalty. They bluffed to make it a longer attempt for a punt. But I tell you what, I know a lot of Detroit Lion fans are probably sweating seeing the offense out on the field on a 4th down and 2. Already in preseason. Holy cow. What do you guys think about Hendon Hooker? I know you were following him quite a bit there, Lambo, being at Virginia Tech and then having run at UT.
I hate Justin Fuente. The Justin Fuente era was the most shittiest era in Virginia Tech history. For a guy that said Hendon Hooker, that let Hendon Hooker go, Quincy Patterson, you said Ryan Willis was better and Burmeister, the former quarterback from Oregon, was better. No. And then you said Blake Corum wasn't good enough to play college football. And Blake Corum goes to Michigan and is the leading rusher and wins a national championship. Look, Justin Fuente didn't fit the Virginia Tech culture. I could go on and on about this for hours, right? I'm not sitting here saying that Brent Pry is the next Frank Beamer. I ain't gonna sit up here and say that at all. But when you're talking about Hendon Hooker, great quarterback, great in Tennessee. He definitely fit what Josh Heupel was doing in his first 2 years. I remember him tearing the ACL against that high-scoring game against South Carolina when South Carolina had a magical season when they scored 63 on Tennessee at their home place. So I think Hendon Hooker, he'll have to fit in the right system. I think if he keeps going with the Lions, he'll be fine. But look, Jared Goff is going to play as long as he wants. Jared Goff just took the Detroit Lions to the NFC Championship game. So the more reps you set behind Jared Goff, a guy that's been to a Super Bowl, a guy that's been to an NFC Championship game, Hendon Hooker will probably be like a Tyrod Taylor, maybe. He could possibly be a Tyrod Taylor, younger, but he'll probably be a Tyrod Taylor. Is he going to be a starter in the NFL anytime soon? I don't think so. It's a long shot, especially the way the NFL is played today. You need more pocket passers and more mobile QBs. But we'll see. But I think he'll be like a Tyrod Taylor. Man from Seoul, what do you think?
Well, first of all, I'm gonna one his pocket presence and his mobility. You obviously didn't watch him at Tennessee, so I will say that one, he took the job from your third string quarterback, and number two, I will say he's the best. He will be the best quarterback on your roster that today, as we're watching this game, if he was on the Patriots football team. Hendon Hooker, go back and watch the tape at Tennessee before he got hurt. Please, you got to watch the tape. You can't just make statements and say he's not mobile, he's not a pocket passer. What did you watch any of the games in the SEC that he played?
Whoa. I didn't say he was. I'm saying other quarterback. I didn't say he was.
Well,
I said Hendon Hooker was good.
We were talking about Hendon Hooker. I don't know who else you were talking about if we're talking about Hendon Hooker in a conversation.
No, I said Hendon Hooker was good. I didn't say he was bad. It wasn't a.
So is Hendon Hooker better than Drake May?
Yes.
So he's the best quarterback on your roster this morning if you woke up and rolled out of the bed before you brush your teeth. If he was on your roster, they traded him to the Patriots.
Yes.
So that's where the lines are. He ain't even going to play this year. He ain't going to play next year. Jared Goff's going to be their guy. They're going to continue to look at him, and you're muddled in the mediocrity of Drake May and hoping. Again, like they say in the military, hope is never a method. And that's the method the Patriots have adopted since post Tom Brady. They're hoping. Hope is not a method. It's not a method. Because you know what hope got you? It got you Mac Jones as a backup quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I don't hope. Jacoby Brissett is going to be the starter, and we're going to win 8 games with him. That's what's going to happen. Drake May ain't started week 1.
Wow. So just to switch up really quick, get you guys into this Giant game. The Giants are up 14-3, and they are out physically. They are just being physical with the Detroit Lions. It's got to be a great breath of fresh air for Giant fans to watching this. You know, they just talked to their GM, and he's got to be mentioning that they're going to have to be physical because.
And I'm not a bit surprised, Coach Ball, given that the head coach. Look, that head coach at the Giants, dude. It's not his fault. He just needs the guys that are on the field to play. He went to the playoffs his first year with Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones. He can actually coach. That's not luck. Yep. If he was the coach of the Patriots, they'd be in a better position than they are right now because they're in a mess. But again, they drafted in the top 5. Again, if they go back in the top 5 after acquiring a top 5 receiver, look out, man. if Shedeur Sanders wants to go to the Giants,
yeah, absolutely.
Where does that put the Patriots and Drake May and that little cast of 4-7 receivers? The Patriots won't be good for another 20 years. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just they're not trying. It's like, that's a mess over there. And Jared Mayo, he was handpicked because Robert Kraft wanted to be. Now he wants to be Jerry Jones. If you have a guy that's within the system, then you can hire him from within. Now I can coach the team. Because he didn't. Why not go outside of the family? Because he wants to coach the team. That's a mess. That place is an absolute debacle.
Ooh, a 4th and 1 attempt here by the New York Giants. Tommy DeVito gets them that yard. It was 4th and 1 at their 38-yard line, and they just got it.
DeVito's still in the game?
Rolling the dice, yeah. Well, that's the thing about Brian Daboll, just like you said. Dude, he was there when Alabama had a amazing run, and he was there.
Yes.
He hired as an offensive coordinator to an NFL head coach in Buffalo. He does know, and he does bring a new toughness to the Giants that we have seen them lacking.
That's what I'm saying. And again, Brian Daboll came to the Giants after Daniel Jones was already there. You got give him a chance, dude. He could coach, but you threw a quarterback at him. He didn't get to pick his own quarterback.
Yep. But Tommy DeVito, man,
Amari Thomas says, "Man, I am back." Amari Thomas, welcome back into. Are you frozen? Are you frozen, Coach Ball? No, you're not.
No, he just took it. He just left.
Drew Lock, baby. Is it Drew Lock season yet? Not with Tommy DeVito playing like that.
He's playing? I mean, where are you watching the game, Coach Bald?
I have a Fire Stick, so this is Fox NFL New York is what I have it on right now. So that's why it's like their local Fox, and it's on there, and it's pouring down raining now. That's the thing with the weather getting like this. You start seeing guys fall down. They get one lightning strike, they're going to cancel these games. They want to keep these guys safe. And, that's the thing. They're not refunding you your money once you step into that stadium. I can promise you that.
No, and they're not giving. You know what, Coach Ball? That's interesting. You say that they're not even giving you credit for the win from the other team when you're betting on the game.
Wow.
They just give you your money back.
Wow. It's just yeah, I hear that, man. I definitely hear that. Now they're showing the Brian Burns trade details. The Giants received Brian Burns and a 4th-round pick in 2024. The Panthers received in 2024 a 2nd and a 5th for a stud defensive lineman.
And that's not a bad trade for either team.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad trade for the Panthers because when you have nothing, you got to give up your assets, dude, and get all the draft capital you can. Yep. And that's just another secret in this game. Look at this. What are we watching here?
Right.
I feel like I'm watching a high school football game. Not even, because high school, I've seen more sacks in this game than a high school football game that I've ever been to. This is awful.
Amari Thomas says, I can't keep saying Lamar's name. Dion says Lambo, Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benedict, Kurt Angle, Rey Mysterio, RVD, Jeff Hardy, keep 3, cut 3. I'll keep Eddie Guerrero, Kurt Angle, and Rey Mysterio. Jake Summers says, how about Gruden being spotted wearing KC gear? Amari Thomas says, I hate the Patriots. Used to be a Seahawks fan. Dion says, Amari Thomas, who is your team? You already know why. The Ravens now. Coach Ball, John Gruden being spotted wearing KC gear. How do you feel about that?
Well, John Gruden is one of the best offensive minds in football. One of the greatest stories I ever heard was he was a receiver coach for the Green Bay Packers. And their head coach at the time, Mike Holmgren, went over to him and just ripped him and said, look, I want you to go over to Sterling Sharp and I want you to dig him. I want you to bring out the best in Sterling Sharp. Get over there and chew him out. John Gruden goes over to Sterling Sharp and says, look, coach is watching me, and he wants me to get after you. I just want you to play your best football. Do this for me. And you know what? He came back to Mike Holmgren and said, Coach, I chewed him out. And you know what? Sterling played his best ball for John Gruden. He's just a heck of a coach, and that's what good coaches do, man. They know how to talk to their players. Some players you have to yell at. You have to yell at them to get their attention. Other players, they're their own worst enemy. They know they made a mistake. You know what I mean? Some of those guys, when you make a mistake, say, hey, don't worry about it. Next play. John Gruden is a great football coach. If you can go to 2 pro football teams and get them to the Super Bowl, you are doing something very big. And he brought that Super Bowl here to Tampa. Yes, it was Tony Dungy's hand-picked team, but still, to get all of the pieces together and to win a Super Bowl here was a huge thing. Hey, man, John Gruden is good for football. I hate that he's put into whatever it is. If every mistake we ever made was documented, we would all be blackballed. We would all be canceled. You know what I mean? And I think Andy Reid is a great football coach, and he knows that he can gain something from having John Gruden there. Yes, it looked a little odd, but John Gruden has worn red before. He wore Super Bowl. He won a Super Bowl with that pewter and red here in Tampa Bay. So I just love seeing John Gruden back. He was one of the best, in my opinion, when it comes to talking on Monday Night Football. John Madden was the GOAT, of course, but John Gruden, he's definitely top 5 in my book as far as that. And, man, I can't wait for Monday Night Football. And, I'm seeing Hendon Hooker right here. The ball is on the 9-yard line. It is Detroit 3, the New York Giants 14. Hooker turnaround, incomplete pass. But, man, the guy is a talented quarterback. All my friends from Detroit, I got quite a few backing there in Detroit. They love him. They said the arm strength is heads and shoulders above Goff. It's just reps at this time. That's why I think you're seeing him, getting reps here in middle of the third quarter, man. They want to get this guy some live reps to get him better. But I do like what they're doing, him not even really having to play and, just develop. That's a one great blueprint that I think you've seen come from the Green Bay Packers is being able to have a quarterback and learn the system, And it's easier. The growing pains don't linger so hard when these other rookies are pressed to step in there. And I'm sorry, Dion, you asked me about what I thought about C.J. Stroud. I love C.J. Stroud. I think he's a guy that's going to be a cornerstone for that franchise for the next 12, 15 years. I don't think he's going to be a guy that you see getting in any trouble in the offseason. He's smart, man. He's learning from all the GOATs. I'm sure he's sitting there asking questions to every quarterback that he can. And I think they put some humongous pieces of the puzzle around him. That's the thing, once you get film on guys, they start to figure you out. But all the pieces that they put around him, man, he's got a great chance to be very successful. And it all starts up front. They got a very good offensive line. I look to do some big things this year. Who knows? They could even be a team that beats out a Pat Mahomes or upsets Joey Burrow there in Cincinnati, man. I think they're going to be a good football team. years. So, yeah, I like him, Dion. I like him. Steph Curry was off the chain today. It was great to see him step up when, everybody was kind of looking for LeBron to step up. Hey, man, feed the hot guy. That's all you got to do. Just feed the hot guy. What do you think about Paul? What's going on in your game? Because I'm seeing Hendon Hooker overthrow receiver after receiver here on this side.
Hendon Hooker. Well, there's nothing going on in the Patriots Panthers game. I mean, it's just punt. They might break the record for punts in a game, in a preseason game. Man, this is hard to watch. There's not much talent on either one of these teams. They are hopefully. I'm going to be hopeful for both teams. I hope that both of them are picking in the top 5 because they need talent. They have their divulge of talent when you look at the other teams we're talking about. Hendon Hooker, man, he's in a great situation, man. I mean, and so are the Detroit Lions. And again, Coach Ball, don't forget to bring one of the best, sports prognosticators back here. We need to see him once a week. Make money sports bets, dude. Yeah. If he's not on the show once a week, it's criminal.
Yeah.
The guy's buttoned up, man. He knows Detroit football, and he knows Detroit football, and he knows NFC North football too. A very buttoned up individual, and knows. He has a pulse of what's going on up there in the Midwest. But I like the fact that Hendon Hooker is getting a chance to be a kind of like a Jordan Love. He's redshirting. Jared Goff is going to play. We don't know how many more years, but they get to bring along a young guy that's very talented, and he gets to just sit back. I mean, he's a very talented guy. That's the reason they took him in the 4th round after coming off a knee injury. But the fact that it goes back to this, I've said a couple things on this show, and one of them is in order to be good, you got to be bad. But in reference to quarterback, you take a quarterback when you don't need one. The best time to take a quarterback is when you don't need one, i.e. the Atlanta Falcons, i.e. the Green Bay Packers. You don't need one. Take a quarterback when you don't need one and bring him along. Very few times in this league do we see guys that pop in their 1st or 2nd year. And the jury is still out on the guy in Houston because now defensive coordinators have tape on him. Let's not anoint him just automatically back in the playoffs, because what if the Houston Texans do not make the playoffs this year? What are we saying about C.J. Stroud? I mean, no one has to answer the question, but will the jury be out on him? Was he just he surprised the league freshman quarterback? We've seen that before, RG3. We've seen it. We can't anoint people like stars in this league. Like, they have to sit down. And again, I'll go back to my favorite team to pick on is the Patriots. Bill Belichick said it's time to draft a quarterback. They drafted Garoppolo early. Everybody wants to poo-poo on Garoppolo, but Bill Belichick got that one right. And again, I don't care if the Patriots won another Super Bowl or Tom Brady went to Tampa, but they had the guy that could have been with Belichick, and Belichick could still be the coach, and they still could be competitive. But Robert Kraft poo-pooed that, and now they have poo-poo on the field. They have a guy that wears number 19 coming into the game. They have a quarterback that wears number 19 for the Patriots. That's where they are right now in this league. It's sad, but one bad decision can last 10 to 20 years. Belichick knew it was time to move off Brady, but people upstairs fell in love with him, and that was with their downfall, because it's not, instead of lasting maybe 3 to 7 years, this demise will last 10 to 25 years, because everybody that's coaching the team, Jared Mayo, they want to win games. Winning games costs you draft position. You want the Patriots, Coach Ball, you lived this, through this, and you've seen this. Winning games costs you draft position and costs you your job. And the next guy tries to come in there, and he's trying to win too because he wants the job. Winning is not the most important thing sometimes. Because you know what's going to happen? A guy like the guy in Carolina is going to lose again. And they're going to get a top 10 pick. And if he fixes his quarterback and they get a top 5 pick, or they trade out of the top 5 and get multiple picks, and Carolina's this beast of just first-round picks all over the field, people are like, man, they did a great job. Dude, it's not about the game. It's about managing your situation. It's about managing. Like, again, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What? They signed back Baker Mayfield and the best receiver on the market?
Yeah.
There's a reason why. Because they like to be there. And you know what? Baker is not Mahomes. But you give Baker dudes, and Baker will Baker. Baker will Baker.
You know, speaking of that, man, a guy that I would really love to see get another crack. And he's just a guy that when you listen to his sound bites, dude, people love this guy. And we got to see him firsthand. I mean, the guy has a hell of a cannon on him. You know, I think when he first got in the league, though, he was just young and just didn't get it. But Jamus Winston, I think that guy has a chance. I wouldn't be surprised if anything bad happened to Deshaun Watson. I would not be surprised to see that guy really go in there and, you know, not even really fumble the ball, man. Still be able to keep those guys very competitive. But he's a guy that people just love him, man. His personality, he's going to say stuff that most people, that other quarterbacks would keep in their back pocket and wouldn't say, or they would say the same answer that, you know, they're supposed to be told. No, man, Jameis just comes from the heart. And I think people love him and love his style, man. He's a guy, he's in Cleveland. But, man, I'm telling you, if he was in that NFC, man, he might be a top 10 quarterback in the NFC right now. What do you got, Paul? I know you want to comment on that as well.
I'm going to – Coach Bald, I couldn't be more further away from being on your team. Dude, I'm on your team with that one. And, again, you know what I was clamoring for? You know, he was the clone for me. He was the clone. He was the clone for Ben Roethlisberger. When he got released by the Saints, before he went to Tampa, I was like, bring him in. He cost nothing. He was a perfect Steeler, big body quarterback, but he has arm talent, like you said. And dude, I'll stop right here. Cleveland has him as the backup, and he is better than Russell Wilson and the guy they got over there in Pittsburgh. I rest my case. Dude, I was clamoring. I'm like, come on, Mike Tomlin. Dude, he costs nothing.
Yeah.
Go get him.
Yep.
No. I was like, dude, but see, that's where I was like, That's why Mike Tomlin does not belong in the Hall of Fame, because he rode the coattails of Ben Roethlisberger as long as he could, and they can't figure out what they're doing at quarterback. You know what I'm saying? It's criminal. But, dude, there's been numerous quarterbacks hired. This offseason, they could have gave Kirk Cousins money and had him the quarterback there. No, we're not going to do that. Okay, then you keep trying this little experiment you're doing. But Jameis Winston, number one, and then hold on, Coach Ball, after that, Aaron Rodgers, and then even the guy in Cleveland, he was free to everybody. Pittsburgh, Deshaun Watson. I know people. Everyone in the NFL has a past. You didn't want to take a flyer on him? Shit, that's 3 dudes that are better than the guy on your roster.
Yeah.
Coach Ball, you are all over that, dude. That dude he's good. You know what? And again, he's in Cleveland, backing up him. He's going to get another shot in this league, and he's going to perform well. He's better than anyone on the Patriots roster right now. Coach Ball, that you are all over it. Jameis Winston's not a scrub. Literally, he's better than the Steelers and the Patriots quarterback room. Dude, he's not a scrub. And I in my heart believe that. He's better than the Patriots and the Steelers quarterback room right now.
You've seen it the last 2 years. I mean, you've seen Geno Smith kind of resurrect his career. Then last season, you've seen it with Baker Mayfield.
Yes.
Hey, it could be Jameis Winston. Heck, it could be Tommy DeVito or Drew Lock with these Giants. Coach Taylor, what's going on? Are you alive? Are you in the middle of the hurricane? What's going on, Coach?
He's fighting he's fighting a little dog, and he's losing.
Coach Lambo, what do you think about those quarterbacks and people stepping up like that? Who's the next guy, man? Is it going to be Kyler Murray? Who's it going to be?
Well, Kyler Murray probably won't belong in Arizona for any much longer. I just don't believe he's
okay.
The guy.
Kyler Murray. You taking Kyler Murray or Drake May? You going to trade Drake May to the Cardinals for Kyler Murray straight up?
No, I'm taking what's his face? Hendon Hooker. I'm taking
No,
James
hold on.
Winston
I said, would you trade
over
today?
Drake
Would you trade Kyler Murray for Drake May straight up?
No.
You keep Drake May.
Yes, keep Drake May.
Okay.
I'm not trading for Kyler Murray though.
But you trade Drake May for Hendon Hooker straight up.
Yes, I will. Yes.
Okay. Continue.
I'm not even going to debate with y'all. It's facts and it's the truth. I have no issue with Baker Mayfield. I have no issue with Jameis Winston at all. None of those quarterbacks are bums at all. Issues. Maybe they were inconsistent. I said they weren't bums. I didn't say they were. I said they weren't bums.
No, I didn't. He almost threw a pick six. You see that?
Oh, no, I was reading the screen. But y'all are right. What y'all said, y'all are right. It's not really too much I need to go on as far as that. Just having the right system in place, especially with the Bucs. You still got Chris Godwin. You re-signed Mike Evans. Mike Evans has been the best wide receiver, one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. Very consistent. He has the most receiving yards, receiving touchdowns out of Texas A&M. It's very, very great. So I'm not debating with that at all. I would like to have a Jameis Winston, a Baker Mayfield, and a Hendon Hooker on my team right now. But Kyler Murray, I wouldn't trade him. I wouldn't trade straight up from the question that you asked me. I wouldn't do it. I think Kyler Murray's days are somewhat numbered in Arizona. I wouldn't be surprised if Arizona gets in the top 5 again and gets a quarterback. I'm not sure if they'll get Shedeur Sanders.
Shedeur Sanders?
I said I don't think they will get Shedeur Sanders because they might get Jackson Dart. I mean, there's probably not a lot of talented quarterbacks like it was this year, but everybody should go for Shador. I think, depending on this year's record, the New York Giants have a better chance of getting Shador Sanders than the Arizona Cardinals do. That's just my take on it. But I mean, the value of NFL quarterbacks, the value of money, it is what it is. But I think Jonathan Gannon is a great coach. But I think at some point in time he's going to have to move off Kyler Murray. They had a great defense, but Kyler Murray, not sure. Just coming off a serious ACL injury and injuries in the past. Amari says, Vic or Eli? Michael Vick. Michael Vick.
All right, I'll answer this because Michael Vick, the Atlanta Falcons, Virginia Tech, Mr. Electric, Eli Manning. Give me Eli Manning. I'm a huge Michael Vick fan, but he doesn't have 2 Super Bowls. He didn't like to watch film. He didn't put in the work. So give me old Eli, a.k.a. the only guy to beat Tom Brady in a Super Bowl. What do you think, Mr. Medley?
Man, and this is where the rubber meets the road. Listen, talent can only take you so far. I mean, less talent that studies the game can lead you to the promised land. We have all seen people in our lifetime. We've all seen people in our lifetime, whether you played any sport. I played a lot of baseball because that was my ticket to college. But I've seen a lot of guys that worked really, really hard at their craft. It's been because at some point someone's going to spend more time at the craft than you. And when you look at that guy, you're like, man, he's making it happen. Eli Manning, again, this is what I love about Eli. And Coach Troy, you are so spot on with this. Not only was he, you said Michael Vick didn't like to watch film, but no. Eli Manning had to watch film to be successful because he was more athletic than Peyton, but dude, he had to put in the work to be a future gold jacket guy.
Yeah. Like he's a gold jacket guy.
No question. And after we see what we're seeing, and you're like, hold on. You're like, hold up. Eli Manning went to not 1, but 2 Super Bowls against Tom Brady and the Patriots and got the dub? Dude, he should be walking across the stage right now. When you continue to see season after season and like, wait a minute, I mean, and when I look at the quarterback play now too, like even one of my favorites, Phil Rivers. Man, I know he didn't win the Super Bowl, but Phil Rivers in his prime on a team today, what does that equal? Quarterback play is not that good, man. And the Patriots quarterback play is horrendous. Dude, it is 10-0.
We got a lot of comments, man. Which comment?
Troy, that doesn't matter.
What doesn't matter?
None of it matters. The comments, they're great. They're awesome, and all the people have been stupendous tonight.
Yeah.
All the new people, Gator, and everyone has been awesome, and they're just getting warmed up for football. But
yes,
but all of them are looking for a reason for their team to do something. And again, look at this. They should not have put this game on TV. And I know the people in the chat are saying, because these teams are dude, they're bad. They're bad.
They're getting you to, and we're still watching. That's the Carolina Panthers and the New England Patriots. This is not a good product. But the NFL doesn't have to put a good product,
is the best product
on
in the world.
ESPN or NFL Network. It's a monopoly. They own us.
YouTube and the National Football League, the NFL, are the best products in America. I'm not, but this game, they were bet. Look, I didn't even know there was another game tonight that they could put on NFL Network. We had the Giants and the Lions. The Lions are at least a perennial playoff team. Put them on the TV. Dude, we can't put teams that are going to be picking in the top 5 in the NFL.
So is the bet still on? Is the bet still on between you and Lambeau that the New England Patriots and the NFL will be?
Yes. Lambeau said they're going to win 8 games.
He has no clue. He has no clue.
No, Troy. I have no clue. He's the prognosticator of prognosticators until I'm proven wrong.
He knows everything. So you're saying he knows?
He knows everything until he proves to me he knows nothing. Because right now, he predicts the future of the NFL. That's what he has proclaimed. I'm not gonna knock him off the pedestal without games being played. I want to see if he can predict the future of the NFL.
Well, how many football seasons have you been in? NFL seasons with him? Is this the first?
This is the first.
Wow.
What? I'll let him. I mean, he said he predicts, and I mean, I'm pretty good at what I do, but I'm just going to be quiet. I'm going to let him predict the college, the professional. Is that Wawa?
All right. Good to see you, man. I'm gonna get some tea.
Wait, stop. What are you doing?
What?
Are you at Wawa?
Yes.
Go get you a Wawa
I'm shaking it.
sandwich.
I shake it. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. How you doing, sir?
Yeah. Yo, go get you a Wawa sandwich.
No, I don't need a sandwich.
What do you need?
I just want to get something to drink.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't need a sandwich. Baby doll, get on the floor. You know what to do. You know what to do. Shake it. Shake it like a Polaroid picture.
Well, get me a Wawa sandwich.
Hey, what's up, man? What's up, man? What's up? Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm at Fourth Union. Oh, really? Yeah. Huh? Nah. I wasn't going to go down there for $10,000. But, dude, I'm the PG O-line and D-line coach. Oh, yeah. Yes. I just go find D1 guys, dude. It's an hour away. And I got a room. Oh, I ain't got it yet. Okay. And I got food. Yeah, this is good. Hit me up. That's one of my guys, man. I love him.
That's great.
I'm a soul man.
Yeah.
I'm coming to you on a dusty road.
Hey, Troy.
I got a truckload. Yes. Yes.
You just got a drink.
Please scan your Wawa
I'm not going to eat nothing right now, man.
Okay, that's good. So you're back in the area.
I mean, I never really left the area. I go to work and come back.
Yeah, but I mean, so what?
Hello?
Call not accepted.
Hey, what's up?
So what's the commute time?
I don't know, an hour? I'm not sure. How you doing? I talked to Howard Schotsky or whoever else I'm talking to.
How's he doing?
I mean, he came on the podcast. He came on the thing earlier.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm a soul man.
Uh-huh.
I'm a
Uh-huh.
soul man.
Uh-huh. Watch out. Watch out.
Yeah.
No, watch out.
Watch out for what?
The quarterback's about to get killed because he can't get rid of the ball on time.
Hey, doing great. That's good. Thank you. 454. I mean, 455. No, man. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. I'm the fourth unit, man. I'm the fourth unit. Dude, there's a lot of you. Watch. Dude, we're doing the stream right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my students. Great guy. Stay blessed. Hey, I am blessed. Yeah, I gotta stay blessed. There ain't no way for me to be. Other
You're
than
what?
that, hit me up.
Troy
Man,
Taylor, you said you're what?
I said I'm blessed. This is NFL Totem Pole Nation. How you doing today?
You're
Yes,
what?
we're very blessed, Totem Pole Nation, and we love the NFL. Bryce Young, Drake May, we love the NFL. Do you love the NFL, Lambo? And what is everything you love about the NFL?
The betting, the cookouts,
The
the
key
product of
words.
the,
The
the
key
product.
words.
I wasn't I, I wasn't done. I wasn't done.
Okay, yeah, well that's good. You're not done. That's great.
I wasn't done. But you know, the cookouts, the product of the NFL. You know, playing EA Sports Electronic Arts Madden 425, which will get released on August the 16th. Deluxe edition. Pay $100 for it. Get you a brand new copy of EA Sports Electronic Arts Madden NFL 25. New England Patriots. Former head coach Bill Belichick. Head coach of the current Patriots Jerod Mayo. Former linebackers coach and defensive coach. And you have Drake May, former quarterback from UNC. Bryce Young, a former
Yes.
quarterback from University of Alabama, coached by Nick Saban, plays for the Carolina
Yes.
Panthers, EA
Yes.
Sports Electronic Arts,
Yes.
College Football 25, EA Sports Electronic Arts.
Hey, we got a comment. Dion WL. I'm off here, guys. It's been real. Y'all stay blessed. Till tomorrow, my guys. Totem Pole Nation. This is for you. Here's what I want you to think about, Paul Medley. NFL fantasy football. NFL fantasy football. ESPN. These are the things I love about the NFL. I love NFL fantasy football. I love ESPN. I love Barstool. I even love Dave Portnoy and Pat McAfee. I love the Carolina Panthers and the New England Patriots. I really used to love Cam Newton when he was quarterback for the Carolina Panthers, and I love the New England Patriots when Tom Brady was the quarterback of the New England Patriots. What? Cam Newton was the quarterback of the New England Patriots and Carolina Panthers? Wow. I didn't think I would ever say that. I would never think that Cam Newton would be the guy that was responsible for getting Bill Belichick fired. Man. Paul, what do you love about the NFL?
The number one thing I love about the NFL is that it's back.
The NFL is back. NFL 2024 returns. NFL preseason. Man, I can't even believe we watch it. What else do you love about the NFL?
Well, and then I'll go to the next is the storylines. You know, I mean, the Chiefs trying to do what they're doing, and then people saying they can't, and then the people, the originally people. I mean, and again, it's smart people that are saying this, that they can't do it, and then I look at the way their roster is currently constructed, and I'm like, in the history in the National Football League, no other team's roster has been currently constructed like the Chiefs to go for a three-peat. No one's ever had a quarterback that was under 30 trying to do this. Like, they pump your brakes, man. I mean, and again, the time to get the Chiefs was last year when their offensive option at receiver was Kelsey. Kelsey's going to be chilling this year because they're going to have guys on the outside that can take the top off the defense, and the middle's going to be more open. But he doesn't need that. He's open when he's not supposed to be open. So what are the Chiefs really going to be like? And Spags has his bell cow and Chris Jones, 95, Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes.
He has the bell cow up front, and he can put him at D-end. He can put him at 3 technique. And I'm listening. I'm learning from you, technique guy, because I'm not a football coach, but I'm going to call it. I'm going to just make up shit. He can put him at 3
wherever
technique,
you want. 3
4
technique, 5 technique, 4.
He can call him the Mike Backer.
It doesn't matter
95.
where you put him.
It doesn't matter. 95. If he's rushing the passer,
he's the
he
Mike.
Makes C plus line. He makes C DBs, B plus DBs, because he gets in there and creates havoc. And if he's not creating havoc, he creates double teams that allow other people who are not Pro Bowlers to create havoc. So the Chiefs, people want to poo-poo. They're just hating on them. Taylor Swift. I love it. Because you know what I love about Kansas City? And the reason, I would love to go out there with my totem pole nation. Because when we get off the airplane in Kansas City, you're going to be like, what the hell? This airplane's smaller than this airport's smaller than Richmond. Yeah, it is. Kansas City is a small place, and when you get off the airplane and you go into the city, you get outside your hotel and look up. All you see is the city of Richmond. It is little. Kansas City is Richmond. They are brother and sister. That's all it is. It's the same size downtown. Lambo, you ever been to Kansas City?
No, sir.
You ever been to Charlotte?
Yes, I have.
That's bigger, way bigger than Kansas City.
Plan on going to the Chiefs and Panthers game. I think it's in November or December this year. Take a drive. The Carolina Panthers and the Kansas City Chiefs is in Charlotte this year. I think it's in November or December this year.
I saw that.
It might be before Christmas Day. So I might go up there.
Yeah.
Go up there in the Patrick Mahomes jersey. Go up there in the Travis Kelce jersey. Go up there, wear some Taylor Swift stuff. Well, not the girl stuff, but just Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, the jersey, the shirt. And then, have a playbook like Andy Reid, that long playbook.
If that's the end of the season, then that place is going to be red because there are going to be a lot more Chiefs fans than Panther fans of this the second half of the season.
But if they're bad, the tickets will be cheaper like it was last year when they was running their tickets for like $7 last year. In the Carolina Panthers Stadium, when they were bad, their tickets were
when they're bad, they're like nothing.
So hopefully they're bad so that the tickets can run for like $7 or $10, or at least 50. 50, I mean 50 still ain't bad. The bad they are, the cheaper the tickets are.
Yep. Yeah, that's a place to go if you want to see your favorite NFL team right now, Carolina Panthers.
We'll see how good the Carolina Panthers can do with Dave Canales. I mean, they got a lot of work they got to do. With Bryce Young not playing, I think Bryce Young will probably play in the next preseason game since they got 3 preseason games. He'll probably play the next 2 because he needs the reps. He definitely needs the reps out there. So I was shocked.
Canales is playing it. I think he's playing it smartly. The closer we can get to the season before you put your guy you're going to start out there, the better.
What do I love?
You don't want people chirping in the preseason.
I love the NFL on ESPN. I love NFL Live. I love any news about the NFL. I even love the NFL training camp fights. I love ESPN NFL. NFL fantasy football. NFL fantasy. One thing I don't love is the new NFL kickoff. I love watching NFL ESPN. I even like NFL DraftKings. Lambo, Paul, how are y'all feeling right now about this stream tonight and how it did? And what's y'all's opinions?
This game is not good at all. I mean, it's a defensive game. Both teams are not great. Both teams are not efficient. It's not a good start to the product of the NFL. The product's a great product, but just having this game on national television, it's probably not the one that you want to put on national television. I'd probably rather be watching the Lions and the Giants rather than this game. But this is probably the wrong game that they put on TV.
Yeah.
But
the Detroit Lions and New York Giants.
Yeah, but this is the wrong game they put on TV. The man from Seoul, what do you think?
The only thing I will say is this. Two things. One, they're interviewing a guy that's wearing the number 60 in New England. Number 2, I will say this. If they're interviewing a guy that wears number 60 and you're telling me they're going to win more than 8 games, you might want to recalibrate what you come this fall with, because the guy you see in this Edelman jersey, this is a nice guy. Then I'm going to put on a really black jersey, and then I'm going to eat when the regular season starts. I'm going to come at people's throat with the it comes to the National Football League, this is what I do. And when people question my knowledge, then I put on the black jersey, and it's going to get ugly. So you got to decide right now if you're going to come on here and challenge the Black Knight. Because he's going to be the man. They're going to call him the man in black. Remember the guy that drove the number 3 race car in NASCAR? Dale Earnhardt Jr. or Dale Earnhardt Sr.? That's going to be me.
Yes.
So I'm going to make people not want to come on here. When it comes to the National Football League, if you want to come on here when they kick off in Kansas City against the Ravens, everyone in the chat, when you come on here, you better have on your black jersey because I'm going to have mine on. And if you don't have on your black jersey, if you don't have energy, if you don't have compassion, if you don't have passion, or you don't think that you can just log your face on and come to the table, just stay at home because I have information. And this is my breadbasket. Come February, I turn it off and I just go in La La Land. I just hang out. I don't care. It's okay. It is, but when we kick off this season, if you don't bring your black jersey, don't get on here with me because I will make you eat rocks.
More guys carted off for the Detroit Lions. New York Giants have been extremely aggressive in this game. The New York Giants fans got to love this. That's coming from Coach Bald. What do you love about the NFL?
If you don't love the NFL, don't come on this show with me.
So you're basically saying if you're not at 100, don't come on here.
101.
Wow.
Well, this is preseason for me. But when we kick off, you better bring your 101 percentage and A++ game because I have receipts and I have tickets to give out.
Man, what do I love about the NFL? I got some good ones right here, y'all. I love ESPN, the Dallas Cowboys, the Chicago Bears, the Bears. Pardon the interruption. Detroit Lions. I love the Denver Broncos, the Minnesota Vikings, the Rich Eisen Show, the New York Giants, the Philadelphia Eagles. I love Brandon Ayuk. I like how he blocks at the point of attack. I like when he catches the ball, how he gets at the field. NFL on ESPN, Caleb Williams, the Chicago Bears. NFL on ESPN, I love Jaden Daniels for the Washington Commanders. And Rich Eisen. Everybody loves Rich Eisen on the NFL Network, former ESPN employee. Miami Dolphins. 49ers news, the Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson, John Harbaugh, Drake May, New England Patriots, New York Giants, the Dallas Cowboys, the Pat McAfee Show. Man, we are blessed. Totem Pole Nation, we are all about faith, family, football, and the future of content creation. Totem Pole Nation is a group of like-minded individuals that want to be successful through helping others, changing lives, and building champions. I'm going to put up some logos in the background. I'm going to put some logos up in the back there. The Seattle Seahawks, San Francisco 49ers, LA Raiders, Arizona Cardinals, Atlanta Falcons, Chicago Bears, Dallas Cowboys, Denver Broncos, Houston Texans, Baltimore Ravens, Buffalo Bills, Miami Dolphins, New England Patriots, New York Jets, Pittsburgh Steelers, Tennessee Titans, San Diego Chargers, Washington Commanders, Minnesota Vikings, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Is there one logo up there that is trending upward in y'all's opinion that NFL fans might be overlooking? NFL fans might have forgot about.
Give me HBO Hard Knocks, the Chicago Bears, Caleb Williams, Matt Eberflus, Soldier Field, the Chicago Bears. These Chicago Bears have a chance to have 89 or winning record. They will be third in the division, right behind the Lions, right behind the Green Bay Packers and Jordan Love, right behind the Detroit Lions and Jared Goff, Dan Campbell, and Matt LaFleur. They will be behind right there. The Chicago Bears will improve offensively. Their defense is already legit, so do not be surprised if the Bears go 8-9 this year. That's a team that the people and the fans of the NFL, EA Sports, Electronic Arts, Madden NFL 25, which comes out on August 16th, that's the team that people are going to be overlooking, is the Chicago Bears.
Man from Seoul, you agree with Lambeau that the team in the NFL people are overlooking is the Chicago Bears. Take a look back there at those logos on the back of the screen.
I don't need to look at Jack Shiite. Lambeau is the same person. And again, I'm so happy that these shows are recorded. Because when I told you guys that the Chicago Bears would make the playoffs, who was the first person that laughed at me? It was Lambeau. But now he's all on their balls. Wow. You know what? This is what I have to say. Oh, no. You are all over them. Now, no. You're all over Williams and saying they're garbage and they're trash.
89
I got a crisp $100 bill. Hold on. I got a crisp $100 bill because you said they're going to go 8-9. The same record you said the Patriots were going to go. I got a crisp $100 bill that says the Bears will have a better record than the New England Football Patriots. Are you shaking my hand?
Yes.
The New England Patriots will have a better record than the Bears. Put your hand out.
Yes.
Put your hand out. Okay. Total Poll Nation, he agrees to that. I have the Bears. He has the Patriots. $100. He has the Patriots. I have the Bears. I'm not going to let him get away with jumping on the Bears bandwagon now because we're getting close to the season. It feels so cute and it feels so good. No, Lambeau,
no.
You poo-pooed me. Go back. No. You poo-pooed me. I don't forget nothing, dude. I keep receipts. Terminator keeps receipts. I keep receipts. I go back and watch every show.
Said they were going 5-2 the first 7
when I told you that the Bears are going to make the playoffs.
5-2 the first 7 games.
Lambeau, Mr. Lambeau. Hold on, I'm changing your name now because you're Mr. Parrot Master. All you do is parrot what fucking Troy says, and you parrot what ESPN says. So the Parrot Master. Did I not? Parrot Master. Listen, Parrot Master. Let me ask you a question. Can I ask you a question, Parrot Master? Because I know you watch the shows. Because I watch the shows too, but I don't parrot what they say. I caught you. Have your own takes, bro. Have your own takes. Have your own takes. Look, you gonna sit there and poo-poo on Stephen A. and them? If you're gonna sit there and poo-poo on Stephen A. Smith and all those guys that you don't like, don't parrot what they say and just bring it to the show because you're lazy. Do your research, bro. Do your research. Because again, if you don't, I'm doing this for fun. But you better bring your black jersey during the season because you're gonna get 8 alive.
I'm gonna start a new